I've been laughing since I got here.
Oh, my God. Good morning, everyone.
Bamoni. Hey. Hey, everybody.
I tweeted in the afternoon yesterday that controversy has hit the Opie and Anthony show. As far as Lady Di's internship goes. And don't have to tease it. Lady Di is here.
Yes.
But for most of the afternoon yesterday, there was a strong possibility that she was not going to be here.
Right.
And that SiriusXM was going to pull the plug on Lady Di's internship.
Right.
And, I like to joke and stuff that I'm a bit younger than I am. But the fact is, we're middle-aged men dealing with some ridiculous things.
Such ridiculous things that no one deals with on their jobs.
No.
Yeah.
So day 2 of Lady Di's internship was a huge success.
Oh, was it ever?
For the most part. You got
blast.
You got the haters that'll always try to pick something apart and try to get something going. But the fact is, overwhelmingly, people are loving Lady Di as an intern.
People loved it.
And
her interviewing skills with,
yeah, she was great.
With Belle Knox it was hilarious.
Can I explain, Radio 101 to some of these dopes?
Give it a try.
I retweeted one of your tweets because you said it perfectly. Now, the Belle Knox interview was a good, strong, solid interview. Some people wish we attacked her or went after her a little bit.
There's a kid sitting there.
Yeah, for what though?
That was yeah.
Yeah, for what?
She's 18 and she looks like she could be 15.
Yeah.
And whatever. I mean, whatever.
She's hot and she does face fuck porn. Let's get her.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
But
Ooh.
people wanted us to kind of go after the fact that she's not as innocent as she comes across.
Who cares?
I don't think she comes across innocent. I think she's a bit naive. I think she's gonna regret a lot of things in the next few years.
Exactly.
But I think she found her way into porn. These days you can't just be a porn star. You're going to be just lost.
Need an angle.
You need an angle. She figured out her angle. I think her angle's bullshit. I really do. And we asked her that, and she answered the questions. What am I going to do? Keep going, after?
You.
She wanted to be in porn, and she figured out somehow that if she gets, the word out there that she's doing this to pay for college, that's a national story, which it became.
Became viral, as they say.
But I think the more and more you get into it with her, it's obvious she just wants to be in porn.
Wants to be in porn. She got some popularity. Now she's striking while the iron's hot with all kinds of merchandising and appearances.
Yeah.
Good for her.
So who are we? I mean, we asked all the questions. She answered them, but,
Aren't you a disgrace to your family? Who cares?
And these dummies that was White Knight. What?
White Knight.
Well,
she was nice. She was honest. I mean, she fucking was sexy.
Sweet, sexy girl.
I hate when some of these listeners take some of these terms and things we come up with and then use them wrong.
I know, yeah.
That wasn't a White Knight situation.
That was nothing like a White Knight.
Not even close.
Rescued?
Nothing.
Right. We talked about her parents and her father and stuff.
Right.
Anyway, so it was a good interview. Most people enjoyed it.
We're supposed to judge? We're supposed to sit in here in judgment of anybody? Look at us.
She'll go away.
Yeah.
She'll go away quickly, too, by the way.
Yeah. This has one of those peaks.
This has a short shelf life.
Yeah.
And the reason is because she's all right.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it to her face, but there's girls way hotter doing porn than her.
She fits into a niche, or niche, as some people say, which I find very attractive. I thought she was very cute,
very sexy,
very sexy girl. She's dirty.
She's all right.
College,
but there's girls that are hotter doing.
Yeah, but it's whatever your type is.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like my type, right?
But right now,
I liked her a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's fucking sexy.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys.
She's sexy.
You could try to talk that down, Hope.
Yeah,
me and Jimmy are going all right.
There's hotter chicks doing anything. There's hotter chicks in fucking science school somewhere.
No,
I wanted to eat her ass after she fucking rode a bike without a seat.
Yes.
She was fantastic.
But the point is, she's not going to have longevity in the business. She found her niche, and she'll ride it out for a little while. And I figure
she'll do all right
within a year or so. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's going to be quick for her. But I thought we had a pretty good interview with her. And then what you do as radio host, you're like, okay, we either say all right, so long, thanks for coming by, or you figure out, in front of your eyes if there's anything else you could do with the situation.
Right.
And having Lady Di as an intern, we invited her in going, okay, let's see if there's something else here. And then the dynamics of Lady Di in studio with the young, hot porn star was beautiful, and people really enjoyed it. But I saw one of the tweets that someone sent you, and I just retweeted it. What'd you say?
It was it was pretty much if you don't understand what we were doing.
Right. I think he said something like, why would you bring Lady Di in?
Right, that's what he was saying.
While she was in there. Ignoring the fact that she was in here by herself for 45 minutes, probably 40 minutes. I don't know.
And it's if you don't understand why we did that, then the show's not for you.
Yeah,
this program is not for you.
Right.
We've pretty much figured out what this show is about over the years. Leave it to us. Don't worry so much. Because that's exactly what it was. 45 minutes of her and talking about all kinds of things, and then Lady Di comes in asking these ludicrous questions.
Right.
Just uglying up the joint.
Right.
It was perfect.
And she put the whole thing over the top.
Yes. Yeah.
No,
I loved it.
I have no regrets having Lady Di come in at the end of that interview. It was great.
And they played it like the girl, and Belle played it well. She wasn't mad. She got it. She
what
was
a natural reaction too. There's this girl that's very sweet to everybody, wants to give everyone a chance, and and by the end of it, she was annoyed with Lady Di in the same way we all get annoyed with her. To hear her going, "Oh my God, tell the story!" No, she's yelling at her the same shit we've yelled at her for years. It's like, God damn, she's affected her.
Right. So
it was beautiful.
So there you go. Whatever.
Yeah.
I thought we did all right with Belle Knox.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and beat up an 18-year-old.
No, she's what she is.
And there's no reason. It's
no
reason.
Like
a chick that's doing porn is not automatically a target because she does porn.
Right.
All these guys make me sick with that. Like, why didn't you go after her for what?
Yeah. What do you go after her?
Should we dig into her understory? Wait a minute. That's not. Maybe we should bring an actor in and scream at them because they're not the same age as they are on Wikipedia.
And watch every other interview she's done with peers and it's all the same. That's what they were doing. They were scolding her pretty much.
I don't know.
I don't care what she does.
I don't either. She's old enough to go to the military.
Great.
I know we asked every question.
Face fucking.
Should have been asked, so.
That sweet face with a big dick in it.
Oh, come on. Thank you.
I know, Jimmy.
But for her to talk like that, like she was talking about, like, I love a big dick, and then you watch the videos, and, like, she means it.
Oh, dude.
Those videos
are so good.
I think I'm officially getting old.
You like to get fucked.
He's young, man.
18 is fine with me.
He's young, man.
That's fine.
18 is okay.
Believe me.
I don't like it young, like young girls, but 18 years old, again, you can be put to death.
Legal
You're
tender.
old enough to have sex with.
Fine. 18,
Absolutely.
please.
I'll have to be the party pooper. I felt extremely,
Well, you know what?
extremely old yesterday
have
looking at
a daughter. You have a daughter. That instantly changes a lot of guys' attitudes because they somehow put that whole situation now into this reality segment. I mean, our own Travis. I had commented on his young daughter on the pole in the subway. Comment to the fact that your job is to keep her off the pole. It was an adorable little photograph.
Yeah, but then my wife replies back saying, "I already made that joke." So, you know.
Oh, jeez, really?
It's Lisa. Give her the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, it's adorable.
Very cute picture. She looks like she's having a ball there.
Yeah, she was going to see Kermit.
Yeah, she was on her way to meet Kermit the Frog.
Oh, well, I think you should have been better behaved than that. Running around and causing a ruckus on the subway.
True.
That's the way people get hurt.
Did she meet evil Kermit or the regular Kermit?
No, Constantine.
Kermit.
Oh, it was the nice
Frog.
Kermit. And then of course, had to have the E-Rock picture.
What's the E-Rock picture?
With Kermit. It was all nice. I see, like, little Riley and then Lisa with Kermit, and then E-Rock.
Oh, E-Rock.
God.
Yeah, what a...
He's hamming it up in that picture.
I
He
probably would have
is.
taken one. Did you take one, Sam?
I got a photo with Kermit.
Aw.
It's Kermit, he rules.
Yeah, but don't act like. Hold on.
Why would you
Travis, don't act like you're the. Travis acts like he's the fucking. Hey, look, if I did it.
Yeah.
Travis is like, I got a photo with
It's the litmus test.
I know litmus test.
I've rarely seen a line that long to get photos with people.
Really?
Quiet dork.
Was it
I
the
would've
actual
taken one.
guy though?
Yes.
Yeah.
The actual voice, because I got the exact same Kermit doll at home. I could bring him in
You could
here,
just do
and,
that.
and we could get our Kermit pictures.
Right.
And I'm going to tell everyone this was the actual Kermit.
No one would be able to tell
I got the
difference.
exact Kermit at home.
Look at Who Kid with Kermit.
Yeah, Sam and Who Kid.
We interviewed him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it'll be on this channel Thursday at midnight.
How was it?
Thursday at midnight.
And
Why
then-
that time?
And then Sunday at 3 p.m.
What the hell's going on with this channel?
I don't know. What I do is I get like really good interviews, and then they put them on Thursday at midnight.
And then they sneak him in somewhere.
You know you're fucking piling them up, though, for your fucking tape.
Oh, what?
Of course.
Exactly.
What?
That's a resume stuff.
How long?
I don't save them.
How long's the interview?
20 minutes.
So why don't we just throw it on an after show or something?
Oh, boy.
Well, I'll put it on wherever you want.
I think
We
down
asked-
the hall probably wouldn't like that.
We asked Kermit about moisture. He said he had a funny response to the moisture
He
question.
did.
Oh, really?
Did Who Kid call him his nigga?
Who could refrain from use of the N-word?
He did?
Too much respect for Kermit.
Wow.
I think he might have said it once actually.
you my green nigga.
Yeah.
My frog nigga.
People won't let the Belle Knox thing go.
What?
They're frustrated. They're frustrated because she thinks she's so smart.
Cares?
Richard in
cares?
Florida, and then Richard in Florida. Go ahead, Richard. We don't get what? Go ahead.
Well, basically, the viewers aren't the viewers don't like her because she's a porn star. They don't like her because she's being a blatant hypocrite, because she's championing feminism and female
Yeah,
rights.
there's a huge hypocrisy there, obviously.
Of course.
But
You
hold
know.
on, but is there?
Yeah.
Like, or is it just the idea of what feminism
I
is
think it's
supposed to
delusional.
mean?
I think it's a delusional thing. I don't think it's hypocrisy is different. I think hypocrisy is that you're contradicting one thing with another. I think she's naive. And I think she's delusional to think that what she's doing is this empowering thing and feminist thing. It's being looked at by men in a way that makes a woman look degraded. Period. If there's one guy out of a million that thinks it's empowering, God, more power to you. Because it's just a degrading thing to do to a woman.
I wasn't taking that feminism thing too seriously at all.
No,
I let her say what she had to say about it, but
you're not going to talk her out of it. She
Right.
might, in a couple of years, believe me, the difference between 18 and fucking 22 and stuff, girls learn a lot in that. And I think she's going to learn that, like, oh, God, what was I thinking? Ew, I said that.
right.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
But dude,
It is what it is.
But dude, what's her hypocrisy? Let's hear this. The hypocrisy. Go ahead, sir.
All right, Jimmy, no need for the hostility. I'm just trying to get my point out.
Oh, hostile Jimmy.
I wouldn't say it's hostility. It's just irritation at this fucking. When people have this thing with porn girls, and it happens all the time, and it's just so silly.
Yeah.
It's like the entire country. They do more business than anything Hollywood's ever done, and all people do is go, "Well, how could she do that?" Like, it's just this fucking.
Yeah.
Jimmy, did you see the facial abuse video? I assume you have.
I've seen enough of them though. The only thing that annoyed me was when she said that they and I guess maybe that's the new thing, when she said they were like they said like, oh, you were molested.
Grade, yeah.
And it's like, ugh, like you can do that if you want to, but like what guy wants to jerk off to that?
No.
Right.
I don't want to hear anything like that.
Don't get me wrong. Belle Knox is cool. She's my kind of girl. Except for the small fact that a feminist doing facial abuse for women's rights is like a rabbi going to Auschwitz for a free shower.
Oh, shit, nigga.
But it's not though, because the idea is wasn't feminism supposed to be bra burning and empowering and things like that? So if you want to do porn and you can make a lot of money doing porn, and you're a submissive sexual person, what is the terrible part of that?
It just seemed like there's such a double standard in her viewpoint that she totally believes in the whole thing of equality, except, only outside the realm of pornography.
Look, if she's got to rationalize it any way she has to fucking go to sleep at night.
I see this guy's point a little bit. It's hard to get your feminism point across when you're so far into the porn with the facial abuse.
But who's buying that? Of course, anyone that hears her say it is going, "Oh boy, really?" There's not one person that's thinking, yeah, that's a great way to empower your feminist side. But then you taking loads on the face.
Then you go the other side, though, and feminists are going, hey, don't say bossy. It's like, what is true feminism? What is empowerment and what is not empowerment? Like, I don't think taking pornography is empowering. But
no, it's taking loads on the face. It's tough for me to see that's empowering for a woman.
Up to this point.
Huh?
And she kind of went into this diatribe about capitalism and stuff, and I kind of felt like that was a big deflection.
But was it a diatribe, or was she just saying that's one reason she does it is because of capitalism? She was saying that's why women make more in porn than guys.
That was the one thing she was saying that I did kind of
totally
feel
right.
that it was right, is the economics of it. That was fine. Everything else, though, the whole, white empowerment shit and the fucking
that's just
feminism. It's an 18-year-old college student talking, regurgitating the shit they hear from their fucking friends and professors. But what am I going to do? Sit here and debate? I'm not going to debate you, Jerry. This is not a debate.
I didn't go away from that bothered.
Right.
I didn't believe her points, but we asked the questions and that's it.
Yeah.
And then it's up to you to decide.
Yeah. Right.
And then we try to have fun with the
it's
damn
like
thing.
arguing with a fucking 6-year-old that the blue balloon is better than the red one.
Exactly.
It's not. You're not going to get anywhere.
But when people called up with that, when she said about why do women make more than men, they were trying to get her like, well, how come you're for equality, but like just not understanding that basic thing.
Yeah.
Because women don't spend as much watching that stuff on good-looking guys as guys do with women. That's why there's a lot more female prostitutes, because we pay for it.
Right.
They don't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you.
I don't know why everyone's bothered by it though. Who cares?
Who cares?
I don't think anyone's believing the fact that she had to do porn to pay for her tuition at this point.
They wanted to pile on for some reason.
She found an angle where she could be popular in the porn world. I think everyone knows that now.
Did you like it, Jimmy, when she was talking about her fat pussy?
It drove me crazy.
Oh, I saw you were going nuts.
But how many girls do we interview that won't talk about stuff like that? Oh, I know, but she's just sitting there going, yeah, I have a really fat pussy.
Fat pussy.
I like a big dick in my mouth.
It'll be.
There was something great about that. It was open. That's what I like in a girl.
Yes.
Better than Jenna Jameson, for that's for sure.
Well, Jenna's, been down a different road, dude. I mean, she's having a rough time.
Long and winding road.
She's all banged up now.
She is banged up.
A lot of these girls, they're fucking living to Jenna because she fucking really blew the doors off as far as what you can do with being a porn star.
Yeah.
As far as being a true star.
But no one's going to do it like she did. The world has changed.
Yeah.
She's all fucked up.
Belle Knox will have a good year, maybe a good 2 years, and that's it. And then it kind of goes down to some other level.
It depends on what you do with it when you have it. Like, if you take it and make it something more, you can have longevity.
Right.
But if your movies aren't good, you won't.
Yeah, but
when
you can get porn anywhere now for free, it's going to be tough for her to make money. But she figured out a way to make money now.
Yeah.
The girls
with this Duke angle.
Like, James Dean's a rare case of a guy whose name like he's one of those weird dudes who's everyone knows.
Yeah.
But there's still enough women.
Sorry.
That's right.
That woman, she's in one of the Blue Angels jets, and she's all fucked up. She nodded out.
Yeah,
she fucking blacked out.
So it's the view of the back seat of the plane.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
F-18? Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I should not puke.
I'd literally be afraid that I was going to drop dead right back there in the seat.
But look at the view you get.
It's amazing.
That would scare me, dude.
You.
That would scare me. You feel like you're just zipping through the fucking air.
Oh, these guys are badasses.
Amazing.
They even walk like badasses.
Right?
The Blue Angels, nice.
It's so cool.
All right, brother. We got to move on. All right, Richard?
All right, let me just say, we also didn't kind of like how you sort of threw away the Bob Levy thing, which was the highlight of the interview. That was hilarious.
Really?
Really?
I didn't think it was the highlight of the interview.
What was hilarious about it?
Bob Levy throw out of the window. I fucking fell out of my chair. Jesus.
Bob Levy's a very funny guy, but I don't know. It seemed a little forced, to be honest with you.
What? That and when the dude who was like all nervous called up from Maury from Goodfellas.
So you like the two guys' phone calls more than the interview with the 18-year-old who likes 9-inch dicks in her mouth? Good.
Who's this girl that went with the Blue Angels? She's pretty cute.
All right, brother.
Sorry we didn't give enough
Thank you,
attention to
Richard.
the male phone calls, Richard.
Yeah.
While we were busy talking about the girl with the fat pussy lips.
You mo.
Yeah, but the Bob Levy thing was all right. It wasn't the highlight. Whatever.
Who's this?
If you thought it was a
chick,
highlight,
though?
that's
She's
fine.
fucking hot.
She's on Fox News with the Blue Angels.
Is that who? She gets knocked the fuck out.
Here we go. Ready, hit it.
Oh my God!
Wow. What an ascent that is.
That's a rocket. Look how fast they climb.
How was that?
Just like a commercial flight, right? Because your pilot always asks you to help break the sound barrier.
Go for it, all the way forward. Keep going, keep going. There's full afterburner. There's the clock started. We're going to get a little bit light in your seat. And there we go. Altitude. All right, 25 seconds. 0.8 Mach, 550 knots. And there's the speed of sound, 1.02.
And we're just getting started.
I would never do that. They're spinning in circles.
Jeez, that looks intense.
Yeah, I would tell them to slow down.
Yeah, whipping around the desert.
You know what a buzzkill I'd be in that thing?
You wouldn't like it?
No. Go slower, sir.
Buzzkill.
Jesus.
At least you didn't throw up.
3 times.
Yeah, she's hot.
Show it in the back.
What happened, Maria? Where were you exactly when you passed out?
We were out. We had
In the
just
plane.
done 6 Gs. So
Oh, my
basically
goodness.
6 times the
A lot of
force
money.
of gravity,
She
and that's the
gets
reason
knocked
why I
the
passed
fuck
out, because
out.
it pulled the blood from my brain down.
I love it.
You were supposed to be doing this hick maneuver where you tense your muscles.
Oh, man, her head goes
Leg,
flopping.
But they forgot I don't have much muscle, so it didn't work out. There was no wall.
And then with her hands,
Oh,
she's
my-
doing jazz hands.
He's all
Jazz
fucked
hands.
up.
Whatever.
What
Fox and
Rogan say
Friends.
they do? They go like, they force
Yeah, they go
blood
like-
into their heads.
You gotta go like. Try to
Those
keep
guys
the
are
blood
probably
in your
used to it,
head.
though.
Oh yeah,
I don't.
it's an exercise.
Those guys are goofballs, aren't they?
Yeah.
The guys on Fox and Friends.
They are goofy.
They're fans of the show, though, right? The one guy I think we had in.
Yeah, he was cool.
Not as goofy as that other Fox station.
What?
Last you didn't get
Oh.
those videos. That is
Yeah,
so
I really-
fucking funny.
I really wish someone would have tweeted me that, so I would have been
I know,
aware
right?
before today's show that
Yeah.
that a dick pic was on the news.
Oh, I got that tweet a lot.
That was so blatant too. It wasn't something in the background or a little fucking thing. It was just a big dick pic.
Yeah.
Front and center on their screen. You think someone's fired for that?
People have to realize she's 18 years old. These aren't words of wisdom that's coming out of her.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's,
Take anyone
she's-
else at 18 and put their words out there.
That's why I joke about it.
Yeah.
She's in the Opster years.
Oh!
I thought I could rule the world at her age.
Opster years.
And then you look back and you're like, ugh, what a douchebag you were.
Be a good TV series, The Opster Years.
The Opster years. But that's what she's in.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you think you just know more than your elders, know more than your parents,
I
just
getcha.
know more than anyone around you, and then only time takes care of that, and you look back and go, oh,
what
God, what was I
saying?
thinking?
Oh, what an asshole.
Even early on in our, run together,
Yeah.
we play the audio every once in a while. We thought we were doing the greatest shit ever on radio.
Ooh, yes.
And then you look back and realize, oh, God,
Yeah.
who the fuck would ever listen to this shit?
Yeah.
That's what happens. You get life experience, right? Yeah. I thought that was just obvious to everybody. If you're, talking to an 18-year-old.
Would have been very hard to beat up on her for something, but, whatever.
Whatever. I mean, whatever. If that's what you're thinking about it, that's fine too.
Yeah.
We were just trying to explain ourselves this morning, and if you still think otherwise, that's fine.
God, then go fuck yourself.
I don't need to turn everyone's opinion. That's fine.
Yeah, no, we should have really grilled her. We should have grilled her.
Yeah. Get her crying.
Yeah.
Be good.
Let's see.
I want to lick her box.
Jesus.
I
Sorry.
wanted to as well.
Did.
What?
Dig right in.
I wanted to as well.
Nom 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 nom.
God, that was nice.
Nom nom nom.
Fucking big fat one. I saw pictures of it. I'm like,
Boy.
oof.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right.
I'd come in her. I would take a chance on knocking her up.
Yeah, yeah. Just
Absolutely.
fucking
Why take
bury
the
it
chance?
deep and just fucking unleash.
Absolutely.
Unleash hell.
I'm not on the pill. I know. I understand.
Oh, don't worry. Grab that ass.
I'm very fertile. No, I understand.
Oh, it's all right.
People. All right. One more.
Kaplorsh.
Steve in Chicago.
Yes.
I'm just not sure why you guys aren't addressing the most annoying part of that interview yesterday with that fucking cunt that was in there that was just interrupting you.
Oh, Mandy?
Jesus.
Yeah, a lot of people were frustrated by Mandy, but I think she controlled the interview pretty well for us.
Yeah, she wanted to get shit out there.
Maybe she talked a little too much, but I didn't mind her at all.
She was steering her client.
I know a lot of people did mind, though.
Yeah.
I got to point that out, but she was asking some of the questions we probably wouldn't have asked ourselves.
Yeah, and she was having her elaborate on stuff like because she knew more of the story than we did. So it was basically just like having somebody who knew more of the story than we did.
But she did it the way that was just annoying. One minute she's doing the interviewing, next minute she's trying to be interviewed, and she's trying to pull things out of her.
Right.
It was just inappropriate time. It's just you guys do what you do.
Yeah, a lot of people had comments about that. So
yeah,
nah, we gonna do.
Well, yeah, they said that makes Belle's comfortable with her, and so I was like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
All right.
I like Mandy, so I didn't mind it.
By the way. All right, thanks, brother.
All right.
By the way, that interview is this week's podcast.
Oh.
We did a last-minute switcheroo, and, Wednesday's podcast day, the Opie and Anthony podcast. You can get it through iTunes. I think the link's on our Facebook page. Did we tweet out the link to Sam Roberts?
Yeah, it's up on O&A Show on Twitter.
On Twitter is the link, and it's the Belle Knox interview with Lady Di as well. Mm-hmm. So you can listen to it for yourself and, decide.
You decide.
If it was good, bad, indifferent, sexy, funny.
Yeah.
I think it was a little of all those things, so go check it out. And I threw up a couple quick clips on my YouTube channel, so if you want some
very good.
Opie Radio on the YouTube. I'll tweet out the links during the break, I guess.
Yeah.
So we got food, so why don't we eat? And then we'll get into... We started this show... kind of talking about Lady Di, and then we got off track a little bit. But
yeah, it's
we'll explain the whole Lady Di controversy.
Drama. There's drama.
They did not want her in this building today.
Nope.
And
we'll tell you why.
And there wasn't a fight or anything, but there was, I had to hit some people with some logic.
Yeah.
Yesterday afternoon, and we got it done.
Absolutely.
We got it done. But if she does what she did yesterday, then boy, am I in trouble and a lot of other people.
Yeah.
So
you put your neck out. You're vouching.
A little bit. We'll explain next. Randy Rhodes.
Oh God,
Randy Rhodes Day.
What's the day? March 15th? 82.
He was only 25. Died 32 years ago.
Jesus.
I think he was 26. Am I crazy?
Oh, you would know. Jeez.
Oh, was he? You were 25. Okay, I thought he was 25.
25, 26. So
25.
He would only be 57, 58.
Yeah. Obviously, that's his one regret. Like, of all the things he's done in his life.
What?
Was that he wasn't awake to stop Randy from getting on that. They asked him recently, I think, his regrets. He said just that he wasn't awake to stop him from getting on that dumb little plane.
In other Jim Norton rock news, it's all about Jim Norton's bands today.
Ooh.
The original members of KISS will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Only the original.
Yeah. So they are doing it.
But I don't know if they're all going to be there.
They will. When is that?
I don't know. Soon, right? April, maybe?
It's in mid-April.
Yeah, mid-April.
I want to know.
So that broke overnight. Only the original members, so they're not going with the other guys.
No.
Yeah, I haven't.
Which is strange, because those other guys have been in the band for a very long time as well.
Yeah. April 10th?
April 10th, so we're getting close, Jimmy.
They're not going to play, though, or anything.
I don't know about that. They keep saying that.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, man, there's a lot of money to be made in a greatest. That's what these bands do. There's greatest hits records come out, and they're just on everybody's radar at that moment.
They will play.
They might play, dude.
They will figure it out.
They'll play rock and roll all night, and maybe Detroit Rock City.
Will they also party every day?
I don't. They're a little bit older now, maybe.
It's good to see these one-hit wonder bands, entering the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
It's April 10th, and I'm roasting Cowhead.
Who's this Cowhead?
No offense.
Cowhead.
What?
He's a radio
Damn
friend.
it, I'll be gone.
Cowhead roast.
What's a Cowhead roast? I don't get it.
It's a man.
Is he cool?
He's the man.
All right. We don't mind people that are cool.
He is cool.
Oh.
So Lady Di.
Go on his show.
I would love to.
And we would love you too.
How do we do this Lady Di thing? Do we start with
Lady Di?
Well, I don't know the updates. You guys haven't been just saying let's save it for the air. I really don't know exactly what happened.
Well, do we start with the Don Wicklund phone call, or do we go over what happened yesterday in detail? I think we have to go over with...
I think we have to go over what happened.
Yeah,
right?
Let's start there.
Yeah.
So most of you know that Lady Di has been interning with us this week.
Yep.
By the way, I have to officially say I completely understand why she hasn't had a job in a very, very long time.
Oh, yeah.
And I will not be yelling at her about getting a job anymore.
No.
Because this woman cannot hold a job. It's so obvious to everyone around here.
She needs rehab or something.
We're trying to get Dr.
shit.
Steve to fly up last minute to end the Lady Di week with a full examination.
Full exam.
He says he can fly up late Thursday, do something on Friday morning, and then he has to fly back to Tennessee because he's doing his 100th podcast in front of a live audience, which is pretty cool for him.
Yeah, I got to be back.
He said he could use miles.
Really?
All right, start looking up flights for late Thursday, late tomorrow.
I'll fly up, use my miles, but hopefully there's not a blackout day.
He says what she really needs is blood work. We understand that.
Well, yeah.
But, I mean, a basic physical exam, and we mean a physical exam.
Oh, no, you can't do that.
We want to check her prostate.
Well, most people would beg to differ, but I don't think she has one.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
I could be.
I think if Dr. Steve's coming here, though, he's got to make sure she doesn't have a... Is it prostrate?
Prostate?
Prostate. I always put the R in there. Prostate, right.
Let me scold Anthony. Why would you help him?
Oh, that's true.
If someone wants to say prostrate, I would never tell them the truth.
Yes.
I've made that mistake my entire life.
I've made prostate mistakes too, my friend. I hear you.
Prostate.
It's the way Archie Bunker would say. Prostrate there.
Prostate.
Plenty of girls have prostates.
Yeah, do they?
Oh, boy.
Yes.
And then if this was a script, it would say, Jim looks down and eats oatmeal.
He's saying he could use miles, and a nice physical exam would be wonderful for Friday morning.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So let's start looking up flights.
We have been.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess it was very obvious yesterday that she probably goes through withdrawals if she doesn't have alcohol, because the first day of her internship, she did admit she had a couple natty ices before she got here, and she was... she was functioning. She didn't have that
in bad shape, though.
She didn't have that horrendous cough. She wasn't leaking from every part of her body.
Well, she was winded. She was snotty, and her eyes were running.
But not as bad as yesterday.
Not as bad as yesterday.
Okay, and yesterday, the difference with yesterday was that she didn't have any natty ices before she got in here.
No.
So she had the runs. She peed herself.
She peed herself.
She was puking a lot, more than I realized.
Yeah, she was vomiting.
How many times did she vomit during the show yesterday?
She won't admit it, but at least 4.
And she doesn't have the flu or food poisoning. She went to TGIF, and I'm sure the boys at TGIF are not happy that we're mentioning this, but she did go there for a few beers on Monday.
Oh,
she didn't eat the food, so she didn't get sick from TGIF.
No, she went there for beers, and apparently she went there again yesterday for beers.
And she made a lot of money yesterday, and supposedly she spent all of it at TGIF.
140 clams.
We gave her $140 for the privilege of looking at her soiled panties.
All that video's up on my YouTube channel as well. That one I'll tweet that one as well.
And
that was brutal.
She took the $140, went to TGI Fridays, and I'm hearing today she has $10
Well, because Marion called the pre-show?
Yeah, Marion was on the phone on the pre-show and said that she talked to Di last night or yesterday afternoon, and Di was all giggly.
Yeah.
And she was at the bar at TGI Fridays, and she had $10 left for the 140.
$10.
Do we have that phone call?
We can grab it real quick.
Yeah, let's grab that Marion phone call. Which is strange because she was trying to hit me up for more money on the way out.
Was she?
Saying I really need it. You don't need it that bad if you're taking the 140 and spending all of it.
Wasting it on beer at that
before you even get home.
$7 beers at TGI Fridays in Times Square.
How do you spend most of it? $7.
10 beers is 70.
Let's say $10 a beer if she's tipping. That's 14 beers.
Think she ate something? Maybe she might have eaten something.
I doubt it. I don't think she doesn't like to eat. That's how bad she's.
Maybe she bought other stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
She has homeless person drinking habits, though.
Oh, yeah.
She's in really bad shape.
Yeah, really bad.
Yeah, which is kind of sad because this started out as a real fun little thing.
Yeah,
to do this week. So she, I guess she puked at least 4 times. She had the runs yesterday, and we thought it was hilarious. Thank God we didn't try to tape her in the bathroom, by the way. That was a good move.
Yeah,
because she would not be here today. But I heard that she was puking in the sink, but she was puking in the sink the whole time.
Yeah.
And she said she doesn't like puking in the toilet. The problem is it's a corporate bathroom for females, by the way, which is a little different than males.
It's a shared space.
Men will deal with a little more in a bathroom situation than women.
Wait, she was vomiting in the sink because she doesn't like it? I thought she had an accident.
No, she doesn't like vomiting in toilets. They're made for number 1 and number 2, she says.
Right. So the vomit was so bad in the sink that the building got involved.
And by the way, those sinks, they have the drains are like a little grate. They're not those plug drains, are they?
No, it stopped up the sink.
It stops up the sink.
How bad?
Terrible. It was to the
chunks
point,
were in there, right?
Like, it didn't really come to full fruition until just as the show was ending.
Yeah.
Like, the cleaning lady, this poor woman who sits there, all she does
What
is
do you mean,
clean,
poor woman?
she cleans bathrooms for
Well,
them.
she should have paid attention in school.
You're damn right.
What do you mean, poor woman?
Fucking A.
No.
That's our problem?
Exactly.
She doesn't expect to have to come in and literally have to be on guard outside that one bathroom.
Right.
And every time Lady Di goes in, because Lady Di would go in towards the end.
Yeah.
And, like, I'd be outside the bathroom.
Right.
And 1 minute after Lady Di entered, 4 women would come running out.
Oh,
like
shit.
Godzilla was attacking.
They were not happy. It's safe to say, once again, this entire floor hates us.
Yes.
Again.
Hates us. Yes.
Again.
Yeah.
But what are they doing?
Well, they're using the bathroom properly.
They go through their mundane broadcasting lives doing nothing special.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
And we bring something special to this place. And
very
then
special.
They end up hating on us.
Yeah.
I heard this story from a coworker.
Yeah.
She walks into the women's restroom.
Like she was walking onto a yacht.
Yes. And she walks in, and Lady Di is in the stall, sitting down, pants and underwear at her ankles, shitting. The door of the stall wide open. And Lady Di's head is pointed down towards the floor as she's muttering, "I just gotta get it out. I just gotta get it out." Then she stands up in the stall, leaving the door open, and just decides to vomit all over the stall.
No, wait, what do you mean? Like
after shitting?
Oh, she puked in the stall?
Yes, after,
not in the toilet, in the stall.
Towards the toilet, but in the stall, all over.
So that would have been all right if everything went down the drains and such, or the pipes. But the problem was the sink still had.
Yeah,
and the problem is,
what a mess.
We have
ladies don't want to deal with puking.
Oh man,
no, especially or on the floor or shit on the top of the toilet seat.
She's one of those shitters where you don't understand how the poo got everywhere.
Right, exactly.
Because that happens in our bathroom every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like it's on the floor and stuff. I'm like, what the hell happens?
There was no mystery for anybody because the door was wide open.
Were they annoyed at her?
There was a television personality using the bathroom.
Ugly Betty.
Yes.
Ugly Betty.
Ugly Betty
So
was
what?
here.
How appropriate.
Yeah.
And she walks out of the bathroom and said, "There's a crazy woman in there who's naked."
Ugly Betty said that?
Yes.
Ugly Betty has to deal with our crap.
With concern in her voice. Like, who's the
my
naked
God.
crazy woman in the bathroom?
Right.
I gotta see Di today.
She's here.
Oh.
Don't worry.
She's on one of her walks right now.
Oh, she is.
wow.
Well, that's the
Right, we
that's
didn't
part
talk
3
about the walks.
So there are multiple complaints, not to say, oh, those damn O&A guys are up to it again.
Right.
But just people going, why the fuck is there puke all over the bathroom?
But who are they complaining to?
I don't facilities. I guess the people who
I would just
maintenance.
I would just go upstairs. There's more bathrooms upstairs.
Yeah, but you guys have complained.
I'd be like, oh, what the fuck, and then I would go upstairs and do what I have to do.
You guys have come on the air and complained viciously when there's shit all over the bathrooms.
Because it was happening over the course of like a year. It was a pattern of like, how does this happen and who on the overnight is doing it?
If you went into the bathroom and you didn't realize that a show was doing something, and you just saw vomit and shit and a crazy naked woman in there, you wouldn't be like, "What?" I feel like
I was on the air. Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
So, and then the cleaning lady is going,
right?
Why do I have to go in? 4 times over the course of a morning.
Yeah, she's on call like a fucking cop.
To do a biohazard cleaning.
Tell her because it's her job.
That's not her job.
That is her job, to make sure the bathrooms are clean.
She went above and
so she had a rough
yesterday.
day. She had a rough day at the office. What are you going to do? It happens.
I bet she did.
Yeah.
I apologize to that woman profusely.
She's nice and all,
yes,
but
I did.
Why apologize? Because someone's sick.
Right.
Yeah.
We have look. Here's the reality. I understand why people were annoyed, but why we had a person who's a fucking chronic alcoholic. It's a radio like area. There's all radio stations here. One of the people we're interviewing is a fucking disaster.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're interviewing because what I also found out.
Well, if they kept us in our old facility, no one would have ever known this.
Yeah,
we had our own bathrooms and everything.
What I also
we were self-contained. We didn't have to socialize with no fuddy-duddies.
She had made a mess on Monday too, which none of us were aware of.
We weren't aware.
So it wasn't just like we were. It was like we were interviewing a chronic alcoholic over the course of 2 full days.
Well, that's what we were doing.
Well, that's what we're doing.
Absolutely.
And guess what? The people are talking.
Yeah, they are.
When you turn these mics on every day, you want the people to be talking about what they heard.
Heather B, nice Heather B from Sway's show, just said she had noticed how terrible the women's bathroom smelled and how dirty it was, but she didn't say anything because she was afraid that it was somebody's mom.
Oh,
Heather's being nice. Yeah.
But the bathroom stunk. To high heaven.
What are you going to do?
It's really like fucking Ratso Rizzo is walking around this fucking building.
Fatso Rizzo.
Fatso Rizzo.
And I mean, there were, it was just.
Yeah.
Oh, lady died.
So then,
it was something. It was the worst the bathroom's ever been. I mean,
I hope Colin is suffering, by the way, right now of some sort of fuck. This is all his.
It's all his fault. Yeah.
And so then people are coming to me.
We got a mail. Lady Di's underwear to Colin Quinn.
That's a great idea.
We have to make sure she really soils them today.
People are then coming to me and saying, because they all think she's on drugs or something. They think they think she's drunk. And they're saying, who are you putting in? Why do you keep sending this person in the bathroom? And I have to explain to these people, no, this is a sick woman.
Yeah.
She's interning for us for the week.
Are people happy with her here?
Oh, they hate us.
No, and I had to, after yesterday, I had to make a commitment.
They'll just end up hating us. It's the best.
I guarantee you at least 2 people have had this talk. Who brought in that woman that vomited?
Yeah.
And then one other person went, who do you think?
Well, I had to go to coworkers, to security, to the cleaning lady, to facilities, and guarantee them that I would not allow that person to ever step foot. Wow. What I did was, here's what I did yesterday.
Jesus.
When I had to throw Lady Di out of the building yesterday.
Oh, man.
Because she's walking into the bathroom, and as she's walking in, I said, Di, what are you about to do in there?
Oh.
And she said, I'm just going to use the bathroom. And I said, Di, is it number 1 or number 2?
Right.
And she goes, it's a number 2. And I said, Di, are you going to stay in the stall and remember that it's a shared space? And she said, yes, yes. And I said, Di, look at me.
Oh, boy.
Are you going to remember that it's a shared space? And Tim's assistant was there, and she goes, Sam, you can't talk to her like that. And I go, no, this is exactly how you have to talk to her. Because you know what she did?
Nah.
She went into that bathroom, and she made a fucking mess again. So I said, that's it. You're banned from the bathroom.
You know how much Bill must hate her fucking wrecking his bathroom?
She's got to destroy it.
So Don Wicklund calls me yesterday afternoon, and he goes, "We got to shut her. We got to shut it down. We got to stop the Lady Di thing." I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?"
Why?
Then he explained the whole bathroom situation, how bad it really was.
It was horrible.
And I said, I gotta tell you, Don,
that situation's gonna come to a head.
I said, I feel like I'm taking a phone call from the radio wizard. That's exactly what he would do.
Right.
I said, he would be shutting this down. But you're back with this show to not shut things down and to figure out how we can go forward.
Exactly.
So I want you to hang up the phone right now and figure this out and call me back and tell me that you have figured it out.
Make it work.
Yes.
Make it work.
I might have pumped it up a little bit for the show, but yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And, to his credit, he called back. He goes, okay, I figured it out. I'm like, okay, what's the deal? We got to watch her very closely. I said, okay, we'll do that. And she cannot use the bathrooms whatsoever.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
While she's here.
I get that.
So what is going on and has been happening all morning already, she's being escorted down to the streets of New York City to go to other bathrooms. And how many times has she gone already?
Here's what's she's quarantined beyond the bathroom. She can only be, if she's not in this studio.
Right.
She's quarantined with people watching her in our office with the door shut.
Right.
Number two, every 30 minutes or so, she's being taken out on walks. And if she has to make, that's when she makes, when she's out on a walk somewhere else. So she already this morning has been in Starbucks twice, shitting up a storm.
Shitting at Starbucks.
Does she have the runs?
She's downing Pepto-Bismols.
Right. That's the runs.
Yeah, because she can't. She's not eating. What a mess. She needs to be in like you said, a hospital.
Yes,
she has to go because Dr. Steve said like a withdrawal will kill you with alcohol or Valium. Like she needs to be fucking in a rehab.
Of course she does.
In a detox.
We didn't see this coming. We thought it would be a little fun, but
she's worse than I thought she was.
Way worse.
Now we have some weird responsibility here.
Again, this happens.
But who wasn't laughing about her story about taking
fucked in the ass in a car in the 80s?
Every weekend, Lady Di would shudder in horror as that boyfriend's car pulled up on Friday. As she just was stressing out as the week went on.
Probably outside her parents' home.
Right. Here he comes,
getting
pulling up.
Getting all gussied up so she can take it in the ass one more time.
Pulling up in an old Datsun B210 as she fucking just clinches her ass thinking, it's Friday night already.
Can we hear the clip where she just out of nowhere said this, please, Travis? Thanks.
I have something I have to tell you.
Okay, what's right.
Okay, back in the 80s,
yeah.
a long time ago, every weekend, my boyfriend gave it to me in the ass in a car.
In a car.
Gave it.
And I did not like that, but
I'm sure he said that too.
What the fuck? I forgot to mention that.
We weren't talking about
what the fuck? I forgot to mention it.
Wait, hold on. Every weekend, he'd fuck in the ass in your car.
Yeah.
His car?
Yeah, his car. I didn't have a car back in the 80s.
What kind of car?
I had a car, but I didn't use it. I was
not for fucking in the ass.
Yeah.
Every weekend you had to deal with that?
Every weekend.
Holy shit. Every weekend you knew it was coming.
Did you finally tell him to stop?
Oh boy, that was back in the 80s.
Did you ever get anything on his penis?
Well, let's put it this way. I was
back in the 80s, little 80s new wave music playing on the radio.
Oh God, what do you think was playing?
I'm on a Mexican radio. She's getting rubbed
in the shit. Some aha.
I think you like the tightness of it.
Oh, really? Really? Do you think guys like tight, warm things around their dick? Wow, you're breaking some new ground here.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. The car pulls up. Now, where did the car park? Where were you parked?
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Just 1 second.
So you got in his car.
Yeah.
Where do you drive to?
How much was the beers?
He drove to like a park and stuff like that, where there was nobody around.
Yeah, the point it is.
Yeah.
So he'd take you to
Ron
the park?
Johnson, stereo salesman.
He used to take me to parks and stuff. And
so you go to the park.
Yeah.
Now, you park somewhere.
And then he would...
And where would you go? The back seat?
Yeah.
You'd hit into the back seat.
No, the front seat. The front seat.
Wait, front seat?
Yeah, the front seat.
Was it a bench seat on the front or two buckets?
No, it was a bench seat.
Bench seat, like an old school car.
Right,
okay.
right.
All right, so then he would turn you over on your stomach? Is that how it would go on the bench seat?
Would he make you suck it first to get it wet?
Yeah, how did he lube?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Would he lick your butt?
No, he didn't do that.
No one licked ass back in the 80s.
So wait a minute now. Was there ever an accident on his penis?
No, nothing like that.
He never gave his helmet like a little Abe Lincoln hat?
No.
There you go. From yesterday. So
Marion
that made me laugh all day long yesterday.
Marion was really disappointed that she had told that story on the air.
Did she tell you?
Yeah.
Do we have the phone call from the pre-show too?
Oh.
Because Marion, shut up.
Before we
Really?
get Lady Di in here for the first time today, we're waiting for her to get back from Starbucks. From her walk, let's call it.
The
yes.
walk, Lady Di.
Oh, the stiff-legged walk.
Who has to escort her out of the building so she could hit another bathroom somewhere else?
Sal and our intern, Adrian, who had to pick her up also the first day.
Right, right.
Adrian's a good boy.
Yeah.
She was in the office this morning for literally 2 minutes before she got up and said, I have to go.
Oh, my God.
I should also,
Jimmy.
when we're ready,
Yeah.
I should tell you, because she knew how mad I was at her yesterday.
Right.
So she came in and bragged about taking personal responsibility. And I would like to tell you what she bragged about, how she handles herself this morning.
Okay.
You want to know now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, she told me, number one, I went back to see her, and she said, Sam, you see that TGI Fridays bag over there? I said, yeah. And she said, there's 2 pairs of clean panties in there.
Oh.
All right, so she's taking some responsibility.
And I said, oh, okay,
because the
that's
panties
good.
yesterday were a disaster.
And then she said this,
Terrible.
and I have an adult diaper on, just in case.
She's wearing...
She's here with an adult diaper?
A diety today?
She says, I have an adult diaper on,
God.
just in case Lady Di becomes Lady Diarrhea.
She said that?
That's a good one. How did we miss that yesterday?
She literally, she's like the fucking little girl in The Exorcist when she's possessed.
Yes.
Like in the book, they talk about putting fucking like rubber underpants on her so she could diuretically evacuate into them.
Travis, you have anything to add? Because you were telling me that she had some great updates. Was that where you were referring to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
And,
All right.
and
Man.
tell them what you just told me.
Oh, our intern Adrian does believe that adult diaper has been soiled.
Oh,
Jeez.
no.
Oh, this is going to be a
was
classic
soiled about an
week.
hour
Oh,
ago.
my God.
All right.
You want the Marion call?
Yeah. So Marion called the pre-show. Oh,
Jesus.
oh no. Yeah. So the update, we gave her $140 yesterday, which has nothing to do with her salary this week.
No.
And then as I'm leaving, she's trying to hit me up for more money, saying I really need it. I need
For
it
what?
bad.
She spent half of it at the
And I'm like,
fucking
you got a
TGI?
nice $140. That's good for
Yeah.
today. And don't worry,
Might be
we
other
got more.
extras during the week.
Of course, but that's pretty good for one day.
Yeah.
And then it turns out she spent most of the money at TGIF right after the show, drinking mostly. I would assume we'll get the update from her in a few minutes. And then Marion called her best friend to give her the business a little bit.
Oh boy.
Marion, Lady Di's best friend. You there?
Yeah, hi Sam. How
Hey,
are you?
how are you, Marion? What is?
I'm good, but listen to me. You got to get that lady help. You got to get Diane help.
Did you?
We are best friends, but I'm going to tell you. We don't really hang together no more because of that.
Yeah.
Look at her. She gets bloated and bloated and bloated more. And I swear, she's got to have liver disease.
Lady,
She needs
Marion,
rehab.
Marion, I got to tell you something. Did you hear the show yesterday?
I heard most of it, but I'm working. So I have to go in and out and get in my car because, I don't have my fight no more. So I got to go in my car and listen to it every
Marion,
now and then.
she's in here. She's making a complete mess of the bathroom. She's
I
not.
heard.
She's not eating.
She was at TGI Fridays for like 4 hours the other day. She called me up the other day, half loaded.
Well, why
and
don't
she
you?
was at
Is there
TGI
anything you can
Fridays.
do to get her help?
No, because she won't listen to me.
Oh my God! What are we gonna? I don't think any of us had any idea how bad her health was.
She called me yesterday. She got a prize because you guys gave her what Opie gave her. I don't want to say it, but I know what Opie gave her.
What?
She ended up spending, I guess,
Good
just about
fuck.
half of it at TGI Fridays again yesterday.
She went-
$10 a friggin' drink there.
Okay.
So Diana, go to hell home.
Lady Di was paid $140 yesterday to take off her panties to show us the skid marks.
The replay of that. But
So-
let me tell you something.
Yeah.
She spent most of it, had to be, maybe all of it, I don't know what she's got left, at TGI Fridays because she called me, asked me if I heard the show. She called me when she was supposed to be going home, and she's at TGI Fridays laughing and giggling. It's nice that you guys are doing this for her, and I think it's great. But you guys, look at her.
She's got to get her
2
life.
years older she's 2 years older than me.
All right, Marion, I want you to hear.
End up dying.
I want you to hear a
the clip
story
for her
that
after
she
this.
told on the air yesterday. One of the callers.
All right. Wow, there's Marion.
Wow.
So let's get
Marion's
Lady.
concerned.
Can we get Lady Di in here?
Oh,
Yeah,
please. I miss her terribly.
We have to escort her up the hall, though. I'll be right back.
Really?
Please bring her in here.
We have to.
She has to be escorted everywhere.
Do you miss her terribly already? I do.
Oh, I want to see what lovely garment she's wearing today.
By the way, I would assume they're going to try to say this is it. Today is it.
Probably.
So we got to keep fighting the good fight.
Oh, we got to fight.
Well, maybe she's on a good behavior today, and maybe there'll be a problem.
This is too good.
If she's good, they might go, you know what? She was fine yesterday. Okay, she had a couple bad days. She vomited all over the bathroom and shit all over the floor. But she's okay today.
Let's see. I'd love to see. Oh, what she's wearing. She's got a Not Sam shirt on that fucking yoga ball body.
She's walking down the hall.
Jeez. There she is.
For the first time on her third day of her internship.
She's always grabbing her crotch.
So the diapers are probably rubbing against it. It's
and
itchy.
Rubbing.
I don't want that purse near me, by the way, because I don't trust bed bugs.
No.
I don't want that purse next to me. Probably put the purse over there.
She keeps grabbing her crotch.
She's grabbing her crotch.
Lady Di is entering the studio.
Comes. Oh, boy.
Lady Di.
Lady
Day
Di.
3.
Hello, dear.
Get on a microphone.
Could you put your purse, put it on that side there?
That's a giant Not Sam shirt.
That is the biggest fucking size they make.
You got to sit on
3XL.
Talking to Mike.
And do you have the skull and crossbones on the back?
No.
Look at the back.
What happened?
She put a patch over it?
No, she has.
Sam cut it off for me.
You cut
I
it
didn't want
off.
it on there.
What do you mean?
She's talking about her head.
It's just a
There's a
hole.
hole in the
Wait, let me see the back of your
Turn
shirt.
around.
There's a big hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a big, it looks like a ripped out hole in the back of your shirt.
You didn't want the skull and crossbones, so now there's a huge hole in the back of your shirt.
There's a very small faded skull and crossbones on the back because the design. That's the designer's logo.
Now, Di, what is in the O on the Not Sam shirt?
Oh, that's toothpaste.
Toothpaste.
Yes, combing her hair.
You're combing your hair.
Hi,
Nice.
girl.
Did you get a shower yesterday or this morning?
Actually, late last night.
Yeah, it looks like your hair looks slightly better.
A little less
A little bounce
greasy.
and luster to it, which is nice.
Slightly better.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, you know, I did that because I had to.
All right, so there's a lot going on here, Lady Di. Let's
What
start.
are you doing? Sit down, dude.
What are you doing?
Putting my comb back.
Okay, we got to interview you.
Okay.
So,
You're our intern.
Yeah.
so
Okay.
a lot of people are upset because you destroyed the bathroom yesterday.
Yeah,
You want to
yeah.
comment about that? Supposedly you were shitting in a stall with the door open, and all the shit wasn't getting into the toilet.
Wait,
I think it threw
no,
up.
that's not true.
I'm just telling you what they
So
said.
what was she muttering, Sam, allegedly, when the...
I got to get this out.
I got to get it out.
You were saying I got to get it out with the stall door open while you're making a duty.
Yeah.
Well, the reason that the stall was a little bit open is because of this way I could, you know, the seats are so low.
Yeah.
And I have a hard time getting up from
Right.
low things.
Okay.
Right? Because of my weight.
Right.
So what I do is I hold on to the stall and I get myself up.
So you left the door open basically as a way to help yourself up. Why not use the handicap stall?
You know what? I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
So Lady
Yeah.
Di, let me get this straight now.
Yeah.
You don't sit on the bowl.
Yes, I do.
You squat over it.
Oh, come on.
I'm just saying.
Of course
That's how
I
he
sit
made
on
it
the
sound.
bowl.
Well,
Did it sound like you hang like a monkey from the fucking?
Did you notice people were in the bathroom when you were there? And you didn't care? You didn't care that the door was open?
She has no concept of shared space.
No, huh?
Let me ask you a question. And you got physically, you vomited a couple of times.
In the sink?
Yeah.
Why in the sink?
Because I don't like to vomit in the toilet.
Why?
Because there's only two things that go in the toilet. Number one and number two.
No, and vomit.
And vomit.
How is it?
We've all puked in a toilet.
So you think it's
I did a
cleanly?
long time ago.
You
Huh?
think it's more clean to vomit all over a sink and stop it up with vomit? You think that's like clean because it's not a toilet?
All right. Well, I apologize. I'm not going to
No,
do
but
that
Di,
anymore.
what do you do at home?
Huh?
Because this is something that
I
obviously
watch
happens.
TV.
Holy shit!
Can I just enjoy the greatest answer ever?
I watch TV.
I mean, when you're
okay.
obviously shitting and vomiting at home, so poor Bill's bathroom must. You probably puke in the sink every day at home.
No.
How
No,
often? How
no.
often? It happens though. How often?
It does happen, but no, not
Always
every,
in the sink.
Yeah,
How many bathrooms do you have?
one bathroom.
Oh, my God.
And your toothbrush, his toothbrush and stuff is in there.
Oh boy.
Do you rinse out the
He
sink?
doesn't brush his teeth.
What?
do you mean?
Bill doesn't brush his teeth.
What do you mean?
No, he wears dentures.
So he doesn't brush
I'm the one that brushes my teeth.
Wait, Bill doesn't brush the teeth at all?
Oh, he puts Polidin in the dentures.
But what about
but you got
gums?
you still got to kind of brush, no?
Don't you got to brush your gums?
He might. I have no idea.
So,
but,
what about the puke in the sink? Do you make sure it goes?
Horrors.
Do you make sure it goes down the drain?
Well, I really don't puke that much at home. Okay.
Why were you puking yesterday? Were you going through withdrawals?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
Then why?
I think it's withdrawals.
Oh, it might be, but
Have you puked today?
no.
Did you have natty ices before the show today?
No.
No.
Did you?
No, I did not.
Maybe one?
No, I did not.
Did
Really,
you-
I didn't.
Did you notice people were bothered by your bathroom habits yesterday?
Well, I apologize to everybody.
No, I'm
I was
asking.
bothered.
But did you notice?
One person told me to shut the bathroom, the stall.
That might have been Ugly Betty.
Ugly Betty.
Who's Ugly Betty?
Remember the show Ugly Betty?
Yeah, I do remember.
That was her.
Show.
She was in there yesterday when you were in there.
She was showing concern.
So basically, you were.
She asked who the crazy naked woman was in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right.
Why were you naked in the bathroom? Does she get naked?
Well, that was also when she was showing us her panties.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So I guess she walked around a little bit completely bottomless in the bathroom.
Were you doing that?
Is that a possibility?
No, I did not change in the stall.
Okay.
I changed by the sink.
Why would you do that in a shared space?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't you go into
wouldn't
the
you go in the stall with some privacy?
What?
Why would you?
I'm really putting my foot into this time.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Why would you do
But
that?
why would you do that?
Why?
I don't know, because there's more room by the sink.
But
than
there's
there is in the
people
stall.
around.
You're not supposed to
All
do
right.
that in a
You don't care
public
about the people
space.
being around? Like, how does that?
All right. Listen.
Okay.
If I ever have to take off my underwear again, I'm going to do it in the stall.
These are lessons we
This
learn
is-
at 4 years old.
Right.
Yeah, you're not
right.
at 55 or whatever it is.
Right.
Jesus.
Wow. All right. So, so after the show, you went to TGIF with the $140, according to Marion.
Yeah, but I didn't spend it all.
How much did
I bought something to eat too. You know.
What'd you eat?
All right.
I had chicken fingers.
Oh, good for you.
All right.
Chicken
You know.
fingies.
That's a start. And how many
Right.
beers?
Oh, maybe about 4 or 5.
4 or 5 $10 beers.
So you spent
Yeah.
half the money easily.
Is that half the money?
Chicken fingers and
I'm
fried
thinking.
I
beers?
guess so.
Yeah,
I guess it
definitely.
is. I don't know.
Yeah.
How much you got left out of the 140?
Oh, I don't know, around $10, I think.
Well, where'd the rest go?
Well, I had to run a couple of errands yesterday.
Like what?
What errands?
I had to go get a 30-pack. And
All
I had to go.
right.
I had to
Why
go
do you
get
have to
beer.
go get a 30-pack?
30-pack?
I had to go get beer for Bill.
Right.
But you bought it?
I bought it this time.
Oh, boy.
A 30-pack.
Thank you, Opie.
30.
Is that for
No,
both of you guys?
Anthony gave more money than me yesterday.
Oh, Anthony did. Thank you,
Anthony
Anthony.
gave the
I don't know.
Hyundai.
I gave money.
Never.
Oh,
I gave a
thank you,
lousy
too.
20 yesterday.
Anthony looks good today, though, right?
He always looks good.
He does. He does.
He always looks good.
He does.
Thank you. That's
And I'll be honest, he liked the fact that you brought your panties, and there was something sexy about that because it was naughty.
You want to see him?
Yeah.
Yeah. She brought them in.
Wait.
She's got new panties in a bag. Fresh panties in a baggie.
just in case of
Absolutely.
So you're prepared
Clean panties
today.
in the bag.
How many natty ices did you have after you got home? Were you drinking all night?
No.
Did you kill the 30-pack,
See?
though?
I'm going to say, hold on.
You killed the 30-pack, though, right?
Look at those bloomers.
She's got brand new panties. Look.
She's got bloomers.
Oh, they're a bit sexy, too. A little pink on them.
They're all ripped.
The
Wait, the
elastic-
fucking
Let me
elastic's
see 'em,
ripped.
Why are they ripped? I thought they were brand new.
That's not
They're
sexy
not.
at
No,
all.
they're clean.
Oh.
They're clean.
The
The
elastic band
elastic's
is
ripped like halfway around.
Those are sexy panties, Lady Di.
Hold them up
Thank you
again.
very
Those-
much.
that is
Oh,
the
Hold them up
boy.
again, sweetie, because
the
they're actually really
opposite
hot.
of sexy.
That's. Wait, hold on. There you go.
Those are like bloomers.
Yeah.
Jim Norton will be tweeting the panties
Yeah,
any
fucking
second
sexy.
now.
You guys tweet everything, don't you?
No.
No.
Nothing that would embarrass you. Just.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So,
Don't worry about it.
So you got the 30-pack. What other errands did you have to do after the show,
There's a-
Lady Di?
No, there's a hole in the ass of those panties, and
I
the
know.
inside is the
So what? It
inside.
matches the shirt.
Those must be from the 80s.
The
those
inside is
panties.
not clean.
Oh,
Jim, look at
yeah,
the inside,
right.
and you tell me.
Let
it
me see.
doesn't.
Hold on, Dad.
Look at the inside.
It's all right.
Easy
Let's just
access,
turn them inside
right,
out.
Lady
Let's just
Di?
Let's turn them inside out.
look. Turn them inside out, love.
Because they're clean.
Hold on.
What's
Those aren't
wrong?
bad. Let me hold them up there, sweetie.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Oh boy.
No,
Hold them up
facing
like
me.
that.
There
There
you
you
go. Right
go.
there, perfect.
Hold it up.
They're old. That's what it is.
What is that hole right there in the back?
It's all right.
They're old.
Oh, did you use those in the
Look
80s?
at the hole. Yeah, those are the
said
80s
that already.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yes. You
No,
son
it
of a
was early.
bitch.
Actually, it was. Actually, I got these 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, well, this morning I
A
had
lot
to
of
act
stress
fast and
and
just go in the
strain.
drawer and
Maybe today we get her a few panties instead of giving her cash.
Underwear.
Long
socks.
Yeah, we're calling them
It's okay,
panties, but
it's
they're
all right.
massive bloomers.
They are bloomers.
They go up high in the sides, though.
Yeah.
There's a little sexiness to them.
They're underpants.
So what other errands did you do, Lady Di? You got the
Yeah.
30-pack for Bill, had a few beers with him. What else?
he wanted 2 packs of cigarettes and I got 1 pack.
Why only one? Or one for yourself? Okay.
How many?
Because I already had the backup packs.
Sure.
Right.
How much
You know
of
what I
the 30-pack is gone, though?
Mustang cigarettes, right?
No, not
Maverick.
that much. Not that
Maverick.
much. I went to bed. I went to bed kind of early last night.
So did you get, is there 10 left? Maybe not quite
There's
that
more than
many?
10.
You look a little healthier today. I guess
That's
the beer
because
does
yesterday-
wonders.
Let me tell you something right now.
Yeah. Here's the excuse.
I told Bobo about no. There's no excuse.
Dr. Bobo?
I told Bobo about this too. Okay, well,
oh boy.
I have like maybe about 4 pairs of panties hanging on my shower because every time I, have an
I
accident.
don't want the panties drying on the rod.
Right. Well, no. Every time I have an accident, you got to rinse them out. Use soap and rinse them out, and just hang them on the shower.
How many
about
accidents
4.
do you have?
Huh?
Why would you tell Bobo that? It's so weird.
How many accidents do you have? That's a great question.
The only thing I told Bobo was, I'm tired of hanging up I'm tired of cleaning panties and hanging them up.
How often do you have accidents?
That's a good question.
How
You're telling
often
the truth.
do
We're
you have
friends.
accidents?
How often do you have accidents? Sam is right. How often?
How often? Well, I had 2 yesterday.
2 accidents.
So you're kind of
After
shitting
the
your
show.
pants.
Basically, yeah.
What's happening to you?
I don't know what's happening to me. I mean, maybe it's some kind of a virus or something. I don't know.
Oh, Lady Di, it's your alcoholism.
If it is my
let's be honest with each other here.
If it is my alcoholism, it might be my alcoholism, but
Are you
it was
gonna-
never like this before.
Are you going to try to do something about it?
Yeah, I'm taking Pepto-Bismol right now.
Oh, perfect.
Well, that'll cure alcoholism.
I'll let Don Wicklund know we're totally fine.
You're doing a lot of Pepto today?
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
Yeah. Well, what else did you do last night?
Watch TV.
Just relaxed after a long day of interning.
Matter of fact, I was watching TV. My eyes started to close, and I'm like, okay, it's time for me to lay down. That was it.
You standing?
Pass out.
What show? What were you watching?
Oh my God. Oh, what show was I watching when I got home?
Oh, the tough
Don't
questions.
you remember?
Oh, my roommate had CSI on because he likes that show.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Hoping to see you on it.
And I started to my eyes started to I started to get sleepy and stuff. I said, let me lay down. I don't even like this show.
Right.
He's the one that likes these shows.
Oh, boy.
So he puts these shows on when I'm not around.
I don't understand the dynamic between you and Bill. Are you
Yeah.
guys friends? He just is a good soul giving you a place to live. What's up?
He's a good soul. He's giving me a place to live. We're friends.
Mm-hmm.
But we do yell at each other once in a while. You're going to expect that
A little
when,
domestic.
when you live with somebody
Little
else.
domestic dispute. The cops ever been called?
No.
What?
How many times? Come on.
Oh,
Be
boy,
honest,
that means
Di.
yes.
Be honest.
That
about
means
it.
yes.
Tell us
Sounds like the cops have
Well,
been
when
called.
we used to live in another place, I
Yeah.
did call the cops on him a couple of
Why?
times.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Because I was working, okay?
Uh-huh.
All right? And he would hold my money, and I didn't like that because I wanted my own money.
Man.
Why would you hold your money?
And he would hide it on me.
Like a
Probably
pimp.
so you wouldn't spend it all.
Yeah.
It seems like he was
That
trying
was-
to do the right thing.
And you'd call
Well,
the
he was trying
cops.
to- I was trying to do the right thing, but I wanted to spend my own money. I mean, does that make any sense?
Yeah, of course it does.
So he would hide it on me, and I called the cops. I told the cops he has my money and I want it. That's it. Because back then I was working for a temporary agency, right? And I think I was making in a week about I'm guessing now $275.
Righteous bucks.
And he held my money on me.
Uh-huh. So you had to call the
And
police.
I said, you shouldn't, I call the cops on him. I hate to say this. I call the cops on him maybe about, twice with that incident.
What else? You call
The
cops?
tax return, he tried to hold that on me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And I call the cops on him.
But Bill says he's got his own money. Supposedly he's all right with money.
No, he is all right with money.
Yeah.
Okay, but he was holding my money.
No, I understand. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
And I didn't,
But my point is, he wasn't holding your money because he wanted your money. He was holding your money because he knew you were spending it too quickly,
irresponsibly,
or irresponsibly.
Yeah, well,
right.
my parents were the same way.
Yeah,
they would hold my money.
So for your whole life, people have basically been telling you that you're irresponsible.
Yeah.
Basically.
Why are you still pulling your hair like that? You're pulling your hair out.
No, I'm twirling my hair.
No,
you
flirting with Anthony a little bit?
You're pulling on. Oh.
She's being sexy for Anthony.
She puts her panties back in her plastic bag.
That's nice.
You see Anthony looking at the panties? You see Anthony looking at the panties?
I didn't look at the panties.
Yes, you did. She has 2 pairs of sexy. Go ahead, show them.
No,
Throw a pair
go
out.
ahead. Don't you fucking dare.
I'll give you $10
swear
if you
to
throw a
God,
pair out.
I will throw water on everyone in this room and then leave. I will fucking leave and go home.
Just because she wants to show the panties?
If she throws or comes near me or something. No. Not even as a bit.
Show you.
All right, hold on.
Don't even do it as a bit.
I'll show you. I already showed you
I
anyway.
saw the fucking panties. I don't want to see them again.
He's flirting.
Why are you upset?
Okay.
Why are you upset?
He's flirting.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Why is Anthony
that
upset?
tent in your pants is telling a different story.
I don't need this.
Jesse in Kansas has something for Lady Di. Jesse.
Hey guys, how you doing?
All right.
Hey, there's a show on National Geographic it's called Drugged, and it shows what severe alcoholism is. It's just like marking off the check boxes. You go down the list, she's got everything. Throwing up in the sink diet. You got the green apple splatters every day.
Maybe we should look that up.
Yeah.
You got to look it up because this is the path she's heading on. That guy was the epitome of an alcoholic. I mean, Di, you got to recognize you're gonna kill yourself doing this.
Yeah,
but
I don't know what to say.
Did you ever try stopping or going to detox?
Yeah.
And what happened?
A few times.
And what happens?
Yeah.
Well,
you don't learn.
I went to 3 rehabs and I think about maybe 2 detoxes.
Oh wow.
Okay, the detox you couldn't even smoke in them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? No, really, seriously.
Because they're detoxifying you.
Yeah, but that's
what detox
You're gonna have to do
means.
some tough things.
You know,
to get yourself back together.
5 days into the detox, I was let go, and then they gave me back my cigarettes.
Yeah, the new not smoking shit in rehabs and it's like when someone's quitting drinking or drugging. I don't think you should be worried about the fucking cigarettes at the moment.
Yeah, let them figure that out
that's
down the road.
That's a hard one. Let them do that down. I did that years into sobriety.
Let them go outside and have a cigarette.
Yes,
so you can take care of the other.
Yeah, well,
other
the one
things.
rehab I was in, they let you do that.
And how long did you last there?
30 days. How long do you last in the rehab?
How long did you stay sober?
But you know what? This
the
rehab
answer is 5 because you just told me you left.
detox.
Oh, you said detox. I'm sorry. So you made it through all 30 days in rehab.
I made it through all 30 days. Well, actually, I didn't have a choice. I was already in Marlboro Township, so it's like if I got out of the rehab, where was I going to go?
True.
So
how
long? And I want an honest answer. How long did you stay sober after rehab?
2 days.
Wow.
What happened?
I went right back to the beer again.
But that's what happens. Most people go right back to it. There's not a lot of success stories. Jimmy will tell you.
The one rehab that I went to, which was the first one,
yeah.
The same day that they let me out, I started drinking again.
You love beer, don't you?
I do love beer.
Wow.
Is it just beer, or do you drink hard stuff?
No, I used to drink hard stuff. I quit that.
You don't slip a little Jack into a Coke sometimes?
No.
Maybe a little. Be honest.
No, I don't, really.
I believe it.
All right.
Wow, you drank right away, so you weren't paying attention at all?
What do you mean?
In rehab?
Yeah.
I paid attention to everything. I know what drinking does to your body. I already know.
You're talking to a woman who decided it was logical to change her underpants by the sink instead of in the stall.
How old is your son?
My son is 23 years old, and he doesn't do any of that.
Don't you think he's embarrassed by you, though?
Oh, boy.
Like, honestly, what are you doing to yourself?
He is embarrassed.
Oh, boy.
He isn't. But he is embarrassed.
Oh, boy.
How come how do you know you're not going to go to the bathroom in your pants today?
I don't know. Right now, I don't have to go.
What kind of panties do you have on?
I have adult diapers on, just in case.
There we go, just in case.
That's smart. That's responsible.
And
aren't you too young
I'm
for
kind
that?
of glad that I have the adult diapers on.
Why is that?
Because the bathroom over here is not working, and I have to go all the way to Starbucks to go to the bathroom.
Oh, because the bathroom is broken.
Bathroom's broken.
Yeah, the bathroom's broken. I hope I didn't break it.
No.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Is that what they told her?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know why.
Who told you the bathroom's broke?
Bathroom's broken.
Who told you?
One of the. Who's that?
I did not tell you that.
Sal?
Well, that's fair enough. That's
Who
fair.
told you?
Oh, no.
Adrian told me.
Adrian, the intern.
I was trying to think who told me, you know. Adrian.
So the intern told you.
So the bathroom's
so-
broke, so everyone has to go all the way down to Starbucks if they need to go to the
They do?
the bathroom. Yep.
Or Dunkin' Donuts, I guess, right?
Right.
Right.
What about the one on 37? Broken too?
Making some Dunkin' Munchkins in the fucking toilet there, huh?
Not even. It's
Now, what else-
colada.
Fucking cream
What is,
filling.
Colada
what is
with
this
pulp
I
in it.
hear that somebody banned me from the building?
Huh?
If you were banned from the building,
You wouldn't
how
be
would
sitting
you,
here.
No,
How would
I
you
mean-
ask us about it in here?
Well, I don't know. Opie said something. I heard it in.
They were trying to tell us
Yeah.
that you couldn't come in anymore, and we took care of that.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
We fixed that
We
shit.
took care
Thank
of
you
that.
so much.
Right
Thank you so
away.
much. You know, but I had one pair of adult diapers left, and I wore them today.
Oh.
One pair.
Only one pair left.
That's it. That's all I got.
Did you soil them yet?
Not yet.
Well, it's good that you spent your money on a 30-pack of beer and hung your
Right.
panties up, you know, in the shower instead of buying a pack of adult diapers.
Oh, yeah. $10 left. Out of
Something like
out
that.
of 140.
Well, you were asking
Most
Opie
spent on beer.
on Opie's way out. You were asking Opie for
And
more
Bill's beer, too.
for more money.
Right.
Huh?
You were asking Opie for more money. on
Oh,
his
you
way
needed
out
a little
yesterday.
more money yesterday.
Yes.
What were you need? What did you want money for?
She said she needs it badly.
I didn't say I need it badly.
I
You said I could really use it.
I could really use it, I guess.
Well,
was
I could always
officially
really
what it-
use it, but
And I said, don't worry about it. We'll give you more money as the week goes on.
yeah, you did say that, didn't you?
But you're
Yeah.
just spending it on beer.
Oh,
Right.
not all the money goes on beer.
A 30
No,
pack?
she said
Not all of
cigarettes.
it.
Cigarettes.
Wait, between the
You
30-pack and the
spent-
beers you had
Right.
at TGIF,
You
that's
spent-
most of the money was on beer.
Oh, I
How much
did,
is
I
a
did buy some
30-pack?
food.
How much is a 30-pack of Natty Ice?
$18.99. What you going to do the
You
math now?
bought fucking
Why do you
chicken
keep,
fingers.
Diana, why do you keep scratching your crotch?
I'm not scratching. I'm adjusting.
Oh, the diaper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adjusting your diaper.
Holy motherfucker.
What?
It's like, why are you scratching your crotch? Oh, adjusting your diaper.
Oh,
Just
okay.
said like,
Right.
it was said like, oh, yeah, the wall is fucking painted
well,
blue.
let's just put it this way. I did not use the credit card. Okay.
I didn't ask about
So
a
I
credit
did-
card.
Who asked about a credit
Are you
card?
counting how much money you have left?
Out of the $140,
No.
so far you got $4
Wait,
left
wait.
on the table.
I want to see something in a minute.
What are you looking for?
The receipt to Bayway Liquors. Oh, by the way, I got to give a shout out.
Oh, good. You feel free.
Another
Go ahead.
shout
Okay.
out. Okay.
Monk from Bayway Liquors.
Right.
Okay. I've been told to mention his name. Oh, I got less
Well,
than.
is he giving you anything for these mentions?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's he giving you?
What's
Hold
he
on,
giving
before
you?
Hold
read
on.
that, what's he
Thank
giving
you.
What's he giving you for the mentions?
What is he
What is he
giving you
giving
for the
you?
mentions?
Did he give you beer?
Did he give you
No,
anything?
no,
Then why would you
no.
mention
Then
his
why
name?
the fuck are you
Mention
mentioning
him.
him? He's not giving you
He's not
anything
giving
free.
you anything.
You know,
Well, no. The only thing he did was
hold
carry,
on.
What?
A mention for business on this show is worth thousands of dollars.
Right.
So at the very
It is?
least, he should have gave you the 30-pack for free.
Right.
Yeah.
At the very least. So stop mentioning
Yeah,
them if they're
fuck
not
him.
taking care of you over there.
Fuck him and his liquor store.
He might be a
I'm not
nice
gonna
guy and
mention
all,
anybody
but
anymore.
Fuck him like your boyfriend used to fuck you on the weekends. Right in the ass.
you should be doing the right thing and
Di?
give you a few extras or
Right.
a few freebies.
Di, is your ringer on again?
Your phone's ringing.
I know my phone's
Who
ringing.
is it?
I know who it is, too.
Marion?
Who is it?
Yeah, it's Marion.
Marion?
Pick
Call
it up.
the show.
Pick it up.
Pick it up.
Wait,
Pick it up, Di.
what's this right here?
What? What's that?
Will you pick up
Is this
Marion?
Coors?
No.
What's this?
Tell her to call the show.
Pick it up.
But
What?
you could put her on speaker.
Is this Coors?
What's some of that other beer Lady Di
Yeah,
bought?
that's Coors Banquet bottles.
That's what Bill
Okay,
wants.
she bought a 30-pack of Natty Ice
Right.
One.
and two 12-packs of Coors,
What? You bought two 12-packs of Coors?
which is pretty much almost two 30-packs.
That's the case.
Right. So
Lady Di.
who
Yes.
drinks Coors?
You spent
My
all your
roommate.
money on beer.
My roommate
so
does.
the
You
30-pack
spent
was for
all
you.
your
He was-
money
he
on
was
beer.
running- He was running out, so he started to drink my beer.
So the Natty
I said,
Ice is
"Oh,
yours.
The Natty Ice is mine.
So, but you said you bought it for him.
No, I bought the Coors for him.
Yeah,
You
didn't say
never
that
mentioned
earlier.
the Coors. You are lying to us. You spent most of your money.
Yes.
Most of that $140 went to beer.
How much did the
right?
whole total come to?
Most of it did. Yeah, I hate to say
Yes.
that,
Well,
$52.
And then you're asking
at
for
the liquor
more.
store where the guy wants free plugs.
And then another 50 some odd dollars
I
at
said I'll plug
TGI
him.
Fridays
I
at
said,
least.
I said I'll mention your name.
And for what
Huh?
though? He didn't give you anything for free.
He didn't give you anything
That's
for
called
free.
payola, and we
No.
supported for you.
That's right.
It's like another $70 at TGI.
You should be getting an envelope
Right.
from the guy.
TGI Fridays plus this. That's
What's
what I
that?
want.
That's
Right.
where all
How
of
much-
your fucking money went.
Do you have the TGIF receipt?
No,
Will
I
you
left it
answer your
there.
phone? If it's Marion, we want to talk to her immediately.
the
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh my
Please.
dear sweet Jesus.
Hurry, just answer it, no matter what.
Well, I got to get out my pocketbook first.
Cool.
Okay. Wait.
Miller.
Is it still ringing?
Right.
Yes, it is. Answer.
Oh my God!
No, it's not.
Answer. Yeah, because you take 10 minutes to answer it.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Right, let me see.
He's just looking at the phone.
Wow.
Private number that keeps on calling.
I'm your private number.
This private number keeps on calling over here.
Oh, yeah?
Checking the.
Who are you calling? The private number?
Huh?
You
Calling
No,
Marion?
Oh, you calling Marion? Okay.
Put it on speaker.
Can you put her on speaker?
Put it on speaker.
You can put it on speaker right now.
Speaker.
Hello?
Hello?
You're on.
You're on the
tell
air.
Her, tell her she's on the air.
All right, put
We're
her.
on the air right now.
Sam, help her put it near the microphone.
Yeah.
Okay, she says, what? What do I want?
We
They wanna
hear
talk
it.
to you.
We
Could,
hear
could, she,
her.
could she call the show? Ask her that.
Call the show. Call the show. Can you do it?
We were concerned.
Call the show.
We're concerned, Marion.
Okay.
No, I don't want to.
Why?
she said
You're
she
trying to
don't
help
want
your
to.
friend.
There's no reason to, all right? There's no reason.
All right.
Wait, hold on, Di. Marion, you called the show this morning to talk to Sam. Well, now Diana's here, and we're trying to figure things out. So we need your help.
No, she just hung up.
Call her back. She probably.
No,
I
no,
think
no.
you hung up by mistake because your face hit the button.
No.
Call her back.
Call her back.
Oh boy.
Her
Okay.
fucking.
And does she have the TGIF receipt in her pocketbook?
I don't.
Okay.
No.
I left them
It's-
on the.
Assume that it's about $70.
If she said 5
Right.
beers,
It's
plus
7.
food,
I gotta answer this
plus
private
tip,
number.
Food.
That
Hello?
TGI
She
Fridays
spent-
is one of the most expensive
Yeah,
restaurants
it's in Times Square.
Right.
She fucking spent all that money that we gave her on
booze,
beer.
mostly.
On fucking beer, and was asking for more money.
Yes.
Holy shit,
Put it on
Di.
speaker though. You got to put on speaker so we can hear it. And you got to tell her you're on the air, Piggo. Say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want, Diana? I'm very busy.
You're on the radio.
Okay, you're on the radio again.
So, yeah, tell her. Tell her to call in.
She hung up on me.
She hangs
Telling
up
you.
on her.
No, you're hanging up on her because you
No,
keep
I'm
hitting
not
the button.
hanging up on her.
Lady Di,
I
You're
think
hitting
it's
the
her
button.
jowls.
what's her problem, you think?
I think she's just mad at me.
Why?
Oh, who would
Because
be mad?
yesterday I tried to sleep and I hung up the phone and I was just trying to take a nap. You know what I mean?
Well, you hung up
No.
on her?
Yeah.
Wait,
So she's-
what happened? She called you out of concern?
No, she did call me out of concern.
And what did you do?
She wanted to find out if I went home, and I said, yeah, I'm home. I said, I'm going to sleep right now. I got to go, and then I just hung up.
You didn't say goodbye or talk to her?
No.
Why were you so rude?
I don't know.
And you still
I
have the
was
same.
tired.
You still have
She's
the
a
same
nasty
smudge
drunk.
on your glasses.
She's a nasty drunk.
What are you doing?
Looking for no, the receipt's not in there.
You still have the same,
Receipt's
Diana.
not in
You still
there.
have the same smudge on your glasses from 3 days ago.
I do.
On those
You know
lopsided
what? What I
glasses.
do? Let me tell you something. What I do is I put them on the table.
Here, clean.
And because when I watch TV, I don't wear my glasses.
No.
Here, give me your glasses.
What is that?
I'm gonna clean your glasses.
It's
Well, what-
glass
It's a
cleaner.
glass cleaner.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Your phone's ringing, Diana. It's probably her.
That's the private number again. I don't think it's Marion. She's busy.
pick it
Come
up.
over there. Give Anthony a kiss on the way back.
No. Stay there. No one needs to come here. Stay there. No one needs to come back here.
No, she's got to get the glasses.
No, she doesn't. We can pass him back over the fucking console. I'm not putting up with this. This is my house.
With me.
What?
Yeah, what she? Yeah, what are you so afraid of? She's just a nice lady.
Sit your ample ass back in the fucking chair.
Opie.
Don't throw
That's
them.
it.
Give them
throw
to someone to
them.
give.
Just
Give
throw
them to
them.
the intern to give them.
There
Don't
you
throw
go.
your glasses. You silly
I don't
goose.
like people walking behind me, is what it is.
But Sal's walking behind?
Well, Sal's thin.
Oh, could you?
He's not gonna.
Give me
He's not gonna bump into my chair, which I hate.
Give me the tissues.
Shit.
Why wouldn't you clean these?
They're old.
Why am I touching these?
And everything. All right, go ahead.
Clean them. No one's saying you should line them with gold.
Yeah, but
could you give me some? No, give me the.
sometimes
give me
when I
the
have-
tissues.
Sometimes when I have tears in my eyes, they get on the glasses.
All right, get on the headphones. Someone wants to say hi to you.
Through your tears.
Let's see.
The person that is responsible for this, Colin Quinn. Colin.
Oh, thanks.
Hi, Colin.
Diana, don't let them ask you how you spend the money you work with me. That place is your business, okay?
Oh, Colin.
You tell them
Colin,
you
I
need
should-
more today.
Yeah,
Tell them to
you
cough it
know
up.
what? I really did not need to do that. You know what I mean?
Tell Anthony if he doesn't give you another 100 today, you're going to walk behind his chair. Let me tell you something else.
You really want me to say that?
I heard it.
I think, yeah.
You better say it. Say it now.
Your fiscal acumen yesterday during the Belle Knox interview. When you kept asking her how much
Jackie Robinson, Don Knotts.
Sorry,
Oh my God, she goes Jackie Robinson, Don Knotts. It's a little different than Don Knotts' interview yesterday. Yeah, I don't remember the part where Andy tooled him in the ass.
I actually do remember that. That was a great episode.
That was a good
Where
one.
was I when you were doing this?
Holy shit!
I'm giving her glasses a rape shower.
Oh, thank you very much, Opie. I really appreciate that. I should be doing that.
You really should.
Yes, you should.
You should.
I
Along
should
with
be
a
doing
lot
that. But
of
it's
Oh
just
my
that-
God! Look at that.
Oh my God! Look how
That's
much
never
cleaner
coming
it is.
out. But that shit ain't coming out.
No, they're all
I told you that
scratched
they're
up. She probably took
scratched
a
up.
fucking header, all hammered one night, leaving the bar.
Actually,
Jesus.
no. Actually,
I don't know what we could do with that. Oh my God!
Those are so
let me-
scratched
no.
up.
I was going to say when I
Holy
fell in my
shit.
apartment, I had my glasses on, but I don't think so.
Mm,
When I fell in
Jesus
the apartment.
Oh.
When you fell in the apartment.
Yeah.
It looks like a fucking airplane windshield when they run into a fucking goose.
Oh, that is the best I could do for you.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's Sully's windshield.
No, well, anyway, you know what might have happened?
What might have happened?
Okay, I fell.
Bill might have flung them out into the Elizabeth Air one night.
No. This is what might have happened.
No. Oh, I forgot.
This is what might have happened. We have a back porch.
Right.
Okay, and it was nice out one day. It was warm out.
Oh.
And
Love this story.
I got drunk.
Uh-huh.
And I did have my glasses on.
Must
and
have been a day
I
that ends
fell
with
over.
Y.
Here you go.
They all do.
Oh, Chippa.
Hey, Di.
Yeah.
There you go, Di.
That's the best thing
Try
to get.
those
Okay.
on for size.
How fucking bent are
Look how
the ear parts of those
bent.
glasses?
That's why they're all crooked on her face.
Here,
You know how old they are?
Yeah, I know that.
here, bring them back. Let me try to
Fucking Mo Green's glasses were in better shape.
check this out.
That's the one. Mo Greens.
Yes, sit down and talking to the mic, Diana. This is on a hangout. We're on a
Does
radio
Bill
show.
belt you? Does he give you a
Those
good
glasses
belt
are
every
around
so
maybe
often?
5 or 6 years old.
Yeah, so?
Jesus, how do you fix this? Go ahead, Colin. Sorry.
I hope you break them.
I want to hear that rustic picture of her on the back porch.
Right, the rustic
right.
picture. All right, so you're there on the
Di,
back
talking to the
porch.
mic. Right. Your boyfriend's
Let's,
fucking.
I love him.
You don't come to Elizabeth, New Jersey and talk to a woman like Lady Di like that.
like that. So what happened? You're on the back porch.
Yeah, and this girl came over. And
Yeah.
I forget if I was drinking this, but she came over with some kind of bottle of wine. So I mixed the beer with the wine, and all of a sudden it just got to me, and I fell in the back of the porch.
Oh.
And it took Bill and her to lift me up.
Of course it did.
Yeah.
Okay, because
What kind
I
of
couldn't
crane
get
were
up.
they driving?
Huh? What?
Okay, look,
Yeah, what
your
kind of
glasses
crane
are
were they-
right
yeah.
there.
Yeah, put them back on.
Put them back on and let's test
Please.
drive them. Maybe you'll actually see something out of them.
You could throw that away. I don't.
I'll tell you what was kind of hot yesterday was those kinky sex backseat stories you were telling from the 80s.
Oh,
Yeah, huh?
You're missing. Colin's hitting on you, and you're missing.
Hold
her.
on, she doesn't.
How's that, Lady
She has
Di?
no headphones on. She's just standing up, putting her glasses on.
Marion's calling. Answer Marion's call.
Please,
Yeah.
no,
Answer
come on.
right
Answer.
now. Then you
Go ahead.
answer,
You
Sam.
answer. Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah.
Hold on, Colin. A
Diana,
lot going on here today.
hold on.
Right now.
Answer the phone, Sam, or I'll bite your finger.
Hey, Marion, you're on the air.
Nothing. What?
Why do you keep calling me? What's the matter?
You just called. These two.
So you're just calling now?
Oh, you
What?
have the shits again this morning?
Hold
she
on,
said?
Marianne. She's put. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay.
Woody got the shits again this morning. What?
Yeah, I did before. I got them before.
Wow. It's not the Fridays, Mary.
It's the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
She spent all of the money we gave her yesterday on fucking beer.
Not all of it.
Yes, all of it.
Okay.
It's pretty much all of it. If you have $10.
Yeah.
That's my fault, okay?
Yeah, it is your fault.
Because if I
Watch your language, Johnny.
Colin.
Go ahead, answer your friend.
Answer your friend.
Stop looking at the receipt. Pull that out.
What if you go to rehab? Why can't you?
Hi. What's up?
Why can't you go?
I really don't. I went through 3 rehabs already. I don't feel like doing it again. Yeah, well, I know I'm an idiot,
failed.
but you don't have to.
That.
You don't have to tell them that. They already know that. Yeah, I think I should start. I think I should just go home. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go home today.
What? Yeah.
You know I'm getting bloated. You see me all the time. Uh-huh. Well, not that often. I know that.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
Why don't you go to
Okay.
rehab?
That's right.
Yeah, no. Even Bill said the same thing. He said the same thing. He said you shouldn't be doing that.
To try to make me go to rehab, I say moo, moo, moo.
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit, she knows.
She knows what?
She knows.
She knows what?
I'm going to say that. She knows.
She knows what?
What does she know? I wasn't
Let her
listening.
explain it to you.
What does she know?
Well, what do we know?
Can we get her on a regular phone, or is that
Yeah, Marion,
too
can you just
complicated?
call into the radio show for a second? It's a little. We can hear you better.
Please.
Okay.
Please?
Please.
Call in, Marion.
Oh, my God.
Sam,
I don't listen to anybody.
Hey, Marion.
Yeah.
Marion, we're going to call you. We're going to call you right back on the show phone.
It's easier.
It's easier.
All right. Very good. Let's do that.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll get her on in a second. Colin.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi, baby.
This,
Hi, honey.
Hi, baby.
Hey, honey, do me a favor. Give Anthony a shoulder rub. Will you?
No. I wouldn't come over here for any reason.
Colin, this started out as all fun and games, but now we have some weird responsibility here.
I know.
What weird responsibility? What?
Now we feel like we got to make sure we at least try to get you in a rehab or something.
Lady Di, you need to go to rehab. You
know,
need
it's
to go to rehab.
Like Sandler's
Crazy.
movie, Big Daddy.
Hold on, we're going to get late. All right, hold on. Marion's on the real phone now, so everyone could hear her. Marion, welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hi, Anthony. Hi, Jimmy. How are you?
Hi, Marion.
And Colin Quinn.
Hi, Colin. How are you?
That's my love right there. I love Colin.
I'm good. Yeah, a lot of people love Diane. Diane, believe me, you love a lot of people.
Ooh.
But you don't listen. You're too friggin' thick-headed.
Ooh.
You don't listen to you. Look at your friggin' stomach. Every friggin' it's getting bloated and bloated and bloated and bloated by the week.
Well, yeah, by the week.
That's not good. That means,
That's a problem. That's a warning sign.
That
right
means
there.
some shit is going down sooner than later.
You think I don't know? Believe me, Marion knows a lot more than you think Marion knows.
Oh, shit. What do you know,
Well, she
Marion?
couldn't know less.
What do you know? We might as well get it on the table today. Let's go. Let's do this.
I don't have any.
Diana knows.
Okay.
I keep telling her she's going to end up with cirrhosis. But you know what?
End up.
Every time Marion is right, and I swear to God on my father's grave, my father's dead. And you know what?
I would hope so if you're swearing on his grave.
Yeah, that would be a little creepy if he wasn't.
Yeah.
Every time Diane knows I am right about something, she hangs the hell up on me. And we don't talk for 3 or 4 days.
Is that it?
It's because of her drinking.
So, Diana, comment.
Yes.
Stop looking at your phone and comment.
Yeah.
That is why she
Guy, pay
doesn't talk to
attention.
me for a couple days at a time because she knows what I say to her is right. She doesn't want to go for help. She don't want to do anything. And she's going to be 52 years old in a couple of weeks.
Lincoln, I've been thinking, what the heck have you been drinking?
Comment, Diana?
And you know something? Yeah, I drink. I'm not going to say I don't. I do. I do have my couple beers.
Well, of course.
I have them on a Friday or a Saturday. But that doesn't mean I drink 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I have a job.
Right, you have a job.
And I have an apartment that I got to keep up.
You have an apartment and a job, like a responsible person.
Yes.
Diana, comment?
Diana, comment on that?
And she knows that I know she's going to end up getting cirrhosis if she doesn't have it.
She's got cirrhosis.
I don't have cirrhosis.
You do.
Well, you know what, Diana? You're going to end up with hepatitis C.
Oh, shit.
How do you get hepatitis C from Natty Ices?
I don't know. Cut on the can?
That's what beer does to you.
Oh,
okay.
Lady Di.
Wow.
And I don't know if they're talking to you about getting help, but they've been talking to you, and I've been talking about getting help.
You got to go to rehab, Lady Di. You got to go to rehab.
You're not.
Okay.
There's no way around it.
You're not.
Diana, you don't want to go for 30 days. You had a good friggin' job. You had a better job than I do.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, well,
For years
I
you had
realized
a job.
that already. I already know
And
that.
It's a hell of a lot better than what I have.
And you
And so,
lost.
I mean, I might be working a lot of years what I have in mind. But let me tell you one thing. She had the best job anybody could friggin' have.
Oh, yeah? Was it reasonable?
But she had to mess that up. And you know what? They gave her so many freaking chances years and years and years ago, and she refused to go
That
to
was
rehab.
the Budweiser job.
Why'd you refuse to go to rehab?
No, I went to. They put me in a rehab.
But Diana,
okay, but then I just went back to my old habits again. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to control yourself.
Yeah, you got to control yourself.
You can't even get out and walk. How many times do I tell you,
Before you break
Diana, let's
yourself.
go out for a walk?
Yeah.
Join the freaking gym with me. I go to the gym 4 times a week.
And it shows, Marion.
Absolutely.
And it
You
shows.
don't watch TV Land.
And we can tell.
That jazzercise is doing wonders on that body of yours.
Anthony, she will not even step foot in the friggin' gym.
Diana, why not? I mean, Marion's got quite a fuckable little body, if you don't mind me saying so.
Nice figure now.
But I bust my ass 4 days a week going to the gym or walking or both.
It really shows, man. Especially when you walk away, man.
this private
She's got a beautiful figure.
She don't even get out of her freaking house to walk around a goddamn block.
Oh, yeah?
She can't even walk to Family Dollar. Family Dollar is 3 blocks away from my house, and she don't even walk to Family Dollar.
Well, we now believe she
used
can't
to.
hold a job, though, Marion. She's in bad shape. She can't hold a job.
She's wearing adult diapers today.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good that you guys are offering her to go up there for this week, and you guys are paying her. But then what's going to happen next week when she doesn't
Exactly.
have a penny to her pen? When she doesn't have
Exactly.
a damn penny to her name.
Yeah.
Because she spent it all in TGI Fridays. She makes everybody else rich except for her.
She's wearing adult diapers.
I don't know anything about that.
Well,
Diana, tell her.
Yeah, I am. I'm wearing adult diapers in case I have an accident.
Diana, you're 52 years old. 90 people wear them.
90-year-old people.
Yeah, 90-year-olds.
Why are you wearing them? Why do you wear them?
Because I keep on having accidents.
Accidents.
You know, because it's your bladder.
No, not that kind of
It's
accident.
your bladder. Because
No.
you don't
Marion.
You don't know how to do stomach exercise.
Not that kind of accident. Not a tinkle accident. The other kind.
She's having duty accidents.
Number 2.
But she was peeing herself yesterday as well. It was coming out from both ends yesterday.
Well,
or all 3 ends.
Yeah.
What 3 ends?
Mouth, ass, and
Look why you
vagina.
have an accident. Look why you have an accident. You don't do anything. You sit. You don't exercise. You don't move around.
Wait, you're saying, though, if she does stomach exercises, that'll help the bladder situation?
That will help her bladder.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, cool. Marion has a 1930s answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, you know
Do a
what?
few jumping jacks.
Some calisthenics.
That is good for your stomach because I know it.
Yeah, and it shows.
Marion
Gotta say,
knows a
it
lot.
shows.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I had a
Fucking strong.
hysterectomy 7 years ago.
Jesus.
And I was told to do stomach exercises, so I'm going to fat and lose.
Oh, my God. All right.
We understand.
Any more on your infomercial, Marion?
She's got everything in her. She never even had anything. She never even had freaking surgery, Diana. And she don't do
I think she's
anything.
giving me tough love. That's what I think it
Oh,
is.
you think?
Yeah.
Could be.
I know.
You got to do sit-ups at least.
At least do
What's wrong with
sit-ups.
laying on a couch at night and doing sit-ups with your knees bent?
Right. Try doing some sit-ups.
I can do that. Yeah, sure I can.
You're not going to do that. We all know that.
You don't.
I used to.
When?
Oh my God! When I was trying to keep thin, when I was married years ago, I used to do stuff like
Diana,
that.
I mean, Marion, do you know that Diana used to have anal sex in her boyfriend's car?
Every weekend.
Every weekend in the
I
80s.
So I think that's very disgusting that she had anal sex with her ex-boyfriend. And
Why?
believe me, I know who she was talking about.
Wait, hold on, Marion.
I know who I was talking about too.
Ooh. So, Marion, you don't give up the hiney?
No. Do you give up your hiney?
Even with that pretty little...
Do you know who you're talking to? Yes.
Pretty little figure of yours, you don't give it up?
No, do you? Do you give it up?
I love her comebacks.
I know, her comebacks are great.
Would you give up the ass to
I give
to
up
Anthony?
if you give up. I don't give up nothing.
Would you give it to him? You would, right?
No, do you?
No, Marion, you don't understand, though. Back in the 80s,
Hello?
hold on, hi. Every weekend, back in the 80s, she would wait for her boyfriend, and then
Diane would not
he
give
would
up
pick...
the ass
Oh, I
every
forgot.
freaking weekend.
I forgot you can't have a conversation.
Remember this?
I forgot
Remember?
this
Diane was
part.
18 years old.
All right, then.
Colin just maniacally
All right,
laughed.
Marion.
Yeah, I forgot. We can't have a conversation.
I don't want to say it on the
Hey,
air.
let me
Say it.
How many years... Hold on. Lady Di, in the 80s, when you were getting it in the ass from your boyfriend.
Marion?
Yeah.
How many years did that last? Was it through the entire 80s?
No,
Through the
it
hairband
only lasted
era?
around 2
Right.
years.
Diane
That was
had a
it.
couple boyfriends back in the 80s.
I had what?
You had a couple boyfriends.
It went from
I
like...
had a couple. Yeah, that's true.
It went
But
from like Aha to
but
Guns N'
but I
Roses.
had-
Right.
But I had a main boyfriend. You remember that, right?
You had a what
Did you guys
boyfriend?
did you guys ever go after the same guy, like one of those chick flicks?
Oh, yeah.
The what?
Did you guys ever... Did you ever date the same,
Same
guys
guy as
back in the
Marion?
80s? As Marion?
No. I never dated when I was
no.
16. I didn't
No,
date when I was 17.
no, we did not date. We did not date the
No.
same guys. No,
Also,
we would never do that.
Also, to Colin and Marion, we learned how she lost her virginity
Oh, yeah.
yesterday. Do you know...
Mary knows about that too.
Marion, do you know how Lady Di lost her virginity?
She knows.
Don't say. Go ahead, Marion. How did she lose her
I
virginity?
can't remember how she was everything.
How do you not remember that it was in an abandoned building on a door?
On a door.
On a door.
Yeah, that's right, Colin. That's right, Colin. Yeah,
Yes.
I told you that yesterday. Did I tell you
Diana,
that?
you're 52 years old. Who cares what you did when you were 18 years old?
Well, there was a
lot of
porn
us
star
did-
in here,
A
so.
lot of us did shit when we were 18 years old and we regret it.
Marion, wait a minute. Where did you lose your virginity?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Marion, comment?
When I lost my virginity?
Yeah.
By the train tracks.
By the train track.
These
All
girls
right. I
rule.
have a question for you guys. Where did-
No.
No,
Wait
we're
a
not.
minute. In the snow.
In the snow by the train tracks?
Yeah, I was 19 years old.
In the snow, like outside, just next to the train tracks?
Were you wearing those awful snow pants?
Opie.
Mittens?
Okay, Opie, wait. Oh,
That's all you guys need to know.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, my God.
Where did you lose your virginity?
We've done this
Here
on
we
the
go.
show a million times.
Yeah, Opie Anthony, where did you guys
I was a
lose
college
your-
freshman at Geneseo.
Who was your first? Who was your first?
All right,
one?
hold on. I'm telling you.
I was a college
ahead, Marion.
freshman at Geneseo, and the girl had this weird birth defect where she had hair from the back of her neck all the way down to her butt.
And with Jimmy, where did you lose your virginity?
Nothing on
Girls
that.
in Geneseo had that look.
Nothing on that.
I'll
Where
tell
did you lose your virginity at?
it was in college, and some guy fucked me and commented on the hair from the back of my neck. all the way down my neck.
Yeah, you guys always lost it at the same time, right? With the same girl.
What about Anthony?
Oh God, she's.
Hey, Anthony, what about you? Okay, you in college too, right?
No, I was in
College.
I was in California.
This girl went from you to Jimmy to Opie and
Yeah.
to whoever else.
Yeah.
She's probably dead by now of age.
Let's hope so. Colin, how about you?
I'll tell
Okay,
you.
where did you lose your virginity at, Colin?
I bet you it was in Ronkonkoma.
Right.
You like my phone, don't you?
Where did you grow up, Colin?
Oh my God!
Yeah, Colin, where did you grow
You
up?
can't ask a question and then have the person start answering and then ask another question before he answers the first one.
Sorry.
I'm answering, but is
Yeah.
Lady Di going to give Anthony a neck rub while I talk?
No.
What am I? Oh wait, say that
gonna
one more
happen.
time. Say that
Why
one more
not?
time. What?
No.
I just want to give Anthony a neck rub while I talk. Just
Okay.
Why not?
Go ahead.
Go for it.
All right.
No.
Okay.
Nope. No.
Take that bottle of water away from him, and I'll go give him a neck rub.
No.
Okay.
I'll fucking give you a neck rub if you try to give me one from the front.
You guys got any beer up there
See, I'll
for
choke
Diane?
you.
guys
Listen.
gotta give
No, they have no beer up here for me.
Why did?
Anthony. Anthony.
Oh my God, this is a mess.
Anthony.
What?
Where did you lose your virginity?
Oh my God, we've
Already
done this on the
said it.
show
In
100
California.
times.
California?
Yeah. Yeah.
Watching Marsha Brady on television?
That's it.
Yes, Mr. Brady, fuck him.
I was supposed to move to California.
Who cares?
I already lived in California. I used to live in California.
We don't care. Colin, I hate you.
How about you, Sam?
Oh, my God.
Still a virgin.
Sam is still a virgin, he says.
Hold on. There's a few things going on. Marion, why do you want us to give her beer?
No, because you know why? Maybe you should just give her a six-pack and tell her to go to fuck home instead of sitting at a goddamn most expensive place you can in a city.
I'm not going there today.
That's true.
I'm definitely
you know
not.
why? Because you probably spent $150 yesterday.
No, I did not. No, not in one place. No.
You have $7 left.
Huh?
You spent.
Then you went home, went to Bayway Liquors.
Yes.
Then you
Stop
went
mentioning
home
that
and went
liquor
somewhere
store.
else.
Oh, enough with that guy.
God.
Well, Bill is.
But
And Bill probably yelled at you.
He did. He yelled at me all day yesterday.
Who is this Bill guy? I still don't understand Bill.
Hello, Bill.
Bill always yells at
He yelled at me all day yesterday just for me going to TGIF.
He's the piece of shit that Lady Di lives with.
Because, Diana, you need to save some of that money.
Why is Bill yelling at
After Friday, you ain't going to have no money.
Marion? Why is
What the
Bill?
hell are you doing?
Thank you.
Why is Bill yelling at Lady Di, Marion?
Oh, that's because I went over to I went to TGIF
Oh,
Fridays
well,
instead of going home.
Jesus Christ! What's
TGIF
going
Fridays.
I'm going to tell you guys something, for real.
Yeah.
When Diane got that inheritance from her father, her father was her and her mom were both good people. I kept telling her, put it in the bank, save some for a day when it run. No, she had to go spend it within a friggin' 9 months, 8 months.
Oh,
how much
She had to go through it like water.
But how much did she get?
I don't really know. I don't really know.
About.
She got a lot.
How much?
Around $60,000.
And you went through it in 9 months?
And Anthony,
Hold on! There's so much going on here that we got to explore.
No. I also took care of Bill.
But what do you spend the $60,000 on?
Bill,
Shut the fuck up!
Wait, and I also bought clothes. I bought food. I brought food into the house. I mean, it just wasn't only for beer. That's what I'm trying to say.
Marion, what happened?
But you know how hard it is to spend $60,000 in 9 months?
Marion?
I don't know.
Let me tell you how hard it is. I told her to take a vacation to go somewhere because she complained, oh, you're lucky. You go on 2 cruises a year. I work. And I say that's the only vacation I take is a cruise. I go nowhere else.
Do you think I would love to see Diana Cruz just vomiting all over the fucking ship and
great.
shitting in the pool?
Quarantine.
No, I probably get seasick, because I remember one time I got seasick.
I understand. When did you get seasick?
When I was about 8 years old.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right.
My parents took me to Italy. And I did get sick on the ship.
Go down a shore for 3 or 4 days just to get away from Elizabeth. You wouldn't even do that.
That is true.
60 large you went through.
Even
60 large, just drinking.
You wouldn't even get out of Elizabeth.
You drank away $60,000.
I completely understand why. I completely understand why Lady Di drinks now, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay?
No, I did not
Colin
drink.
got it.
I did not drink away $60,000.
Yes,
I did
you
use
did.
it. I did use it for other things too. So
I think you drank away $60,000.
You drank away 60 grand?
For the most part.
No.
Clothes shopping?
Once.
So what'd you spend the $60,000 on?
Well, like she said.
Give us a short list.
All right.
Beer, obviously.
Clothes,
beer, clothes, bill, beer, clothes, and more beer.
Don't forget, I went food shopping too.
And food. But Diana, you buy
$60,000 in food in 9 months.
You don't stand behind the stove and boil water. You don't cook.
No, I don't cook because Bill
don't.
You know the reason why I don't cook.
Why?
Because Bill doesn't want me to cook.
Why?
Because he thinks I do everything wrong
Well,
when I cook.
Exactly.
What do you make of that he didn't like?
Oh, one time this is the truth. Okay, one time I made, when he was working, I made spaghetti.
Nice. That's easy to make.
Delicious.
You probably got sauce all over the stove.
No, I did not. No. That's when we were in a rooming house.
You probably burnt the spaghetti.
Rooming
No, I did. No.
Hell is
This
film
was
noir?
a rooming house. We had to share a kitchen.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
A rooming house.
And what happened was I forgot to put in.
I
forgot to put in sauce in the spaghetti.
Okay.
So when I brought the spaghetti back up again, it was sticking. And Bill said to me, "Look what you did."
You forgot to put salt in the water.
It's not salt. Oh my God, I hate this.
Hold on, Diana's annoyed. Why are you annoyed, Diana?
I forgot to put sauce in the spaghetti because we were sharing a kitchen.
How do you forget to put? There's only 2 ingredients in spaghetti and sauce. How do you forget the sauce part?
She means sauce because that would make it stick.
No, you put the sauce, a little bit of sauce on the spaghetti after it's done,
Right.
so it doesn't stick together.
Gotcha.
Right, that's what happened.
Or you put a little oil in the water when you're boiling it up. Everyone knows that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You
And
put
I
a little
forgot
Earl.
to do that.
The salt?
I don't know about salt.
You
All right,
gotta
but
put salt in the water.
Eating spaghetti and talking about the Campari.
Enough about the salt in the water. That doesn't prevent it from sticking.
all right, so
You're
so
always
Bill,
talking.
Bill told me. He said, "You're Italian. You don't know. You don't even know how to make spaghetti."
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, first of all,
shut up.
First of all,
You
my
put in your
parents,
sausages.
my parents
a little
did
wine,
most of the
some
cooking.
sugar.
You may have to cook for a big one drunk one time.
My parents did most of the
I
cooking.
need a fucking drink.
All right.
Shit.
My parents did
We
most
have
of
to
the
go to
cooking,
the
and I really did
bed-bug-ridden
not.
mattresses. All right, Clemenza.
Explain something.
I gotta go. I gotta
Lady
get back to
Clemenza.
work.
All right, thank God. Be good.
Bye, Marion. I'll talk to you
Marion.
later.
I love you guys.
All right. Hang up.
Right, God, yeah.
God.
Shit.
Diana. Love you. Bye.
All right.
All right, I'll talk to you
Goodbye.
later, Marion. Love you too. All right.
Later.
Boy, she really hogs the spotlight, doesn't she, Di?
She's exhausting.
No. She had to go back to work.
No, but she hogs the spotlight while you're trying to talk.
You don't understand. She cares about me.
Yeah, but you don't
Okay.
care about yourself. You got to care about yourself.
I know. I have to care about myself first.
That's-
okay.
that's the key.
Now, now, the thing I was trying to say is, when I was living at home, my parents did most of the cooking.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was never home to actually watch them. I was always out.
Oh, so you couldn't learn how to cook.
I couldn't learn how to cook. My mom
that's
tried
a
to teach
shame.
me
And how'd that
a long
go?
time ago. My mom tried to teach me. All right. And I was like, because when my dad used to cook.
Oh.
All right. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
When my dad used to cook at home. Okay. My dad was a chef. And when he used to cook at home, the flames, on the frying pan went, so high that it scared me.
Oh, it scared you.
All right.
You look like Louis Anderson, by the way.
Is that good or bad?
It's good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I know
guy.
what Louis Anderson looks like.
Yeah, comedy.
Yeah.
Guy, how good
That's
does
right.
Aunt look right now?
Oh.
How good does Aunt look right now?
Oh, he looks beautiful.
I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face, Sam.
Colin, I love you too. Is Colin still on the line?
He's still there, yes.
Yeah, Colin, I love you too.
But Kimmy had to squeeze for me anyway.
I am still waiting for that. I'm still waiting for that Olive Garden date you promised me. When is this going to happen?
High-end restaurant.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, yeah, I've just been very busy on the road. That's the,
All you can eat cheesy bread.
Yeah, exactly.
How you doing on the road
shitting or no
anyway?
shitting? All right.
No. I'm taking Pepto-Bismol right now.
Oh yeah,
So.
I drink
And I'm gonna have
this,
something to eat
and I
later
shit
on.
pink cement.
Yeah. No, really, it's not. Do you know how many pairs of panties I went through yesterday?
How many?
Can only imagine.
Around 3 pairs.
Enjoy your fucking.
I'm trying to drink my smoothie. Can you wait on
Okay,
that?
all right.
That's what
wait,
the
I'll
inside
wait,
of
I'll
her
wait.
panties look like, actually.
I'll wait.
Oh.
But
imagine that vomit backing up in the sink while you're drinking your smoothie.
Jesus.
No, I know.
Chunk of vomit in the fucking
No,
drain.
Stop it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, he's enjoying his smoothie. What? He's enjoying his smoothie, picturing the smell of
That
your.
one was a little rough.
Imagine brushing your teeth and smelling that chunk of vomit in the.
Jesus.
All right, Opie. You're going to be okay.
Piece of stomach bile.
We're going to take a break, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't we
Colin,
do that?
where'd you lose your virginity, by the way?
Yeah.
in a van in Manhattan from a purchased, when I was about 15, from a purchased person.
How was it?
It was good.
Did you wear a condom?
Great. Yeah.
Oh. Wait, was it a bunch of you guys? You came in and to get the job done?
I don't like condoms.
Yeah. Whose van was it?
I can't wear them.
The company.
Can't wear them.
Sorry,
guy can't
Colin,
wear
but
'em.
Lady Di just said she can't wear condoms. You did just say that, right?
Yeah, I did just say
Well, if you can't wear condoms, you're no girl I'd want to go out with.
there are Wyndham condoms, you know.
You let Colin talk for a second.
Go ahead.
She's bringing up some new information. It's kind of hot off the presses.
Yeah, that
Well,
whole
there are.
condom
I
thing.
think there are women condoms. Seriously.
Yeah, there are. I agree.
Yeah.
Nowadays there are. She's on top of the news like me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But
You and Bill should have
what I was going to say is I can't have the guy wear a condom because I'm allergic to them.
Oh, yeah?
What?
I'm allergic to condoms.
You're also allergic to alcohol, but that doesn't stop you.
That's right. That's true.
Yeah, well, I mean, I get a burning sensation down there when a guy wears a condom.
Where?
In
your puss?
Yeah, I get a burning sensation.
Now, how about in your hiney?
Oh.
No condom there.
No condom there.
Or you let them just raw
blasted.
dog in there, right?
Yeah.
He just
It
blasted.
hurt though. It hurt.
It hurt, huh?
It hurt. Yeah.
It did, huh? Was he the first one to ever give it to you in the ass?
Yes, he was. And the last one too. And the last one too.
Yeah,
by
but
the
you didn't
way.
realize that till 1990.
Oh, man.
I know they should get you on one of those Remember the 80s shows.
Old 80s.
Nah, that won't happen. The
Some
man
pop-up
got
video.
married
Yeah.
and moved to Pennsylvania. That ain't gonna happen.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. He did. I used to work with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then one day he just said, like, hey, let's go out.
No, I said that.
Yeah.
Did you suck it in the car first?
No, you have to, right?
Let me see.
All right, go ahead. First time he put...
Yeah.
You did. First time he put it in your hiney, did you think he was going to go for the vagina and he gave you a surprise?
Yeah. He gave you a big surprise.
Where he just stuck it right in your butt.
Those 80s were wild.
Yeah. I said, I told him wrong hole.
Oh.
Did you?
And he said, no, it's not.
He didn't care.
And he
He
kept
didn't care. He didn't care. He kept on going.
Kept going, right?
Yeah.
Did he just bury it balls deep?
No.
Well, he would
What?
go slow?
No. It didn't. No.
No?
It hurt.
Yeah. And
Did you say ow?
Of course I said ow. I said take it out.
And what did he do?
He didn't.
so basically, your fucking head's banging against the fucking window, and he's railing you in the hiney.
No. He held on to me.
Yeah,
Oh,
on
he's
your
doing
hips.
it. Yeah.
To make
he
sure you
held on.
couldn't pull away.
Yeah, to make sure I don't bang myself either.
Well.
Yeah.
What are you, autistic? So where did he actually ejaculate? Into your hiney, right?
No, he did not. No.
He pulled it on your back?
Yeah.
He never blew inside your ass?
No.
How'd you wipe your back off?
About that.
He had tissue.
Enjoy your
He had tissue. He had tissue back
He had
then.
tissues.
Yes, he did.
That's nice.
Well, like I was in my 20s back then.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't know.
We're all... we all were crazy back then.
I thought he was going to stay with me if I did that with him.
You wanted a relationship.
I wanted a relationship.
Gotcha.
And you thought if you allowed him to put in your hiney in the car after work, that would like...
After work on a Friday.
After a few beers.
And a Saturday and part of Sunday because we were on different shifts.
Wow.
So.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
Wow. Yeah.
Throughout the 80s, you had to take it in the ass?
Fucked your ass all weekend, didn't he?
Now we know why.
But
now we know why
the
she
other
can't
way
keep her
too.
poo in.
That's that is a good point.
No. But we did it the
Let me ask you
the
this.
traditional way
Did you
too.
start shaking when they played Working for the Weekend back in the 80s?
I was looking forward to it. I really liked the guy.
Well,
wow, yeah.
But it always ended up in the back end,
Lady Di.
Yeah.
How many times would you say you took it in that special spot?
In the butthole.
Then you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
3 days a week.
No, how many times, though, would you say?
Oh,
Total.
total? I don't remember. I don't know.
Is it safe to say 100 times?
You could say 100 times if you want.
Wow.
This is so long ago. I have no idea. I don't remember. It just.
What was it? What kind of make was the car?
Huh?
What
It was an
make of the car?
Oldsmobile.
An Oldsmobile. The old.
That was a big one.
Had a bench front seat.
Medium-sized one.
Bench front seat, though, because you
Yeah.
fucked around that.
There's an advertisement there.
It is pretty good.
The Oldsmobile.
The Oldsmobile.
It was an Oldsmobile.
Yeah.
Someone else is allergic to condoms on the phone. It's the latex, they're saying.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I know.
And now, the sheepskin, I'm not sure about.
But you're not even having sex with anybody.
I'm not having sex with anybody. No, not now. No.
You can't get
not now.
pregnant
Not
now.
now. I can't. No. That's impossible. I'm not pregnant.
That ship has sailed.
The ship has sailed.
Colin, she's still denying that she's not pregnant, by the way. But
I'm not pregnant, Colin. Believe me. Trust me. These people saying I'm pregnant and everything. I'm not pregnant.
Congratulations.
People talk. You don't have to listen to that.
Yeah.
You're always
They always
talking.
do that to a new employee.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way: if I was pregnant, it's immaculate conception because
You get drunk and pass out. How do you know build it and shove it in
That's
you?
true. Bill probably fucks you a lot.
Bill has his own room.
So what? You
He
sleep
got
on the
his own
couch?
I sleep on a futon. Yeah, in the living room.
You have?
Yeah.
That's where you
I
sleep?
like it.
You don't have a bedroom?
I have a bedroom. I don't go in there with Bill anymore.
No?
Anymore, though.
Where do you,
But
where do
you
I
could
used to,
have.
but not now.
You were.
Yeah, no, I was, but he didn't.
That's back when you guys were fucking, right?
Huh? What?
Back when you guys were fucking?
No, we never did it. We only did it one time. One time we did it. That was it.
We never did it. We only did it one time.
One time.
So
One
Bill
time, a
did
long time
stick
ago.
it to you.
Yeah, he did. Just one time.
And how was it?
So.
Why only so-so?
And why only one time? You told him no more?
Come on, tell us.
Oh, man, there might be a story here.
How should
Come on.
Say it. He's not listening.
Let us hear.
Okay.
ahead.
No, he can't listen to me anyway.
Yeah,
No.
go
Okay.
What happened?
Oh, no.
Come on.
It wasn't a happy ending. Let's just put it that way.
What do you mean? Let us know. What happened?
What happened?
He didn't come.
Oh, no. Why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
Did he lose
Sal.
his erection?
Oh, maybe he had a few drinks and
The whiskey dick?
that was it.
Mr. Softy, huh?
Yeah.
He was a lousy fuck.
Whiskey dick.
You think he yelled at you yesterday? Wait till you get home today.
I guess so.
Well,
yeah.
he can't hear it. So wait,
Fucking
what are you saying?
embarrass me.
He was a lousy fuck.
Yeah, he was lousy
In bed.
in bed.
And you didn't
wasn't-
want that anymore.
And you obviously deserve better than that.
He wasn't giving?
No, he wasn't giving.
He
Did he
wasn't
make you come?
generous? Did he go down on you? Did he?
Ah,
Did he?
he used to, yeah.
He used to. A lot, right?
No. What?
A few
Yeah,
times. yeah.
that used to be regular.
Bill used to go down on
Yeah.
you once in a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was it like
so
Mickey, was it like Mickey
regular.
Rourke
He just
Faye
used to-
Dunaway?
He used to do it almost every day.
No, not every
How
day.
often would he lick
couple
it?
times a week.
Weekends.
Wait, I thought they only had
Weekends.
sex once.
Bill?
I know.
What?
Bill would lick it on weekends, right?
How many, so you and Bill were an
Yeah.
item for a while.
Yeah, you could say
You
that.
definitely did have sex more than once.
That's cool.
Yeah, well,
why'd you
call
say-
that sex?
Why'd you say once?
Yeah. Huh? What?
Why'd you say
of
once?
It was a lot of box licking.
And a lot of
and
dick
then-
sucking,
Yeah.
I bet. So you'd suck his dick, he'd lick your box.
Yeah, well, what
Right?
do you usually do when you have sex? Stuff like that. Right?
Not with a monster.
I don't know. So you'd suck his dick, he'd lick your box, and you'd
And-
fucking pass out.
But one time he tried to,
Shove
do
it
it
in.
proper, and it didn't work out.
It didn't work out.
He's a
right.
limpy. He's a softy.
Yeah, it
He's a
just
lousy
didn't work out.
fuck.
Yeah,
So-
it
so-
just-
Say
it just
it.
didn't work out.
So,
that's
so
all.
you guys were boyfriend and girlfriend, and now you're just roommates.
We're just roommates now because
Gotcha. Okay, now
He's terrible in the sack, though. Just say it.
I wouldn't know.
He can't hear us.
Awful.
Yeah.
But when he tried to fuck
Well,
you,
he brags about him having other girlfriends every once in a while.
Oh, yeah?
I said, go ahead, go out.
you don't care, right?
You can't satisfy
No.
them
Yeah,
either.
he can't make anybody come.
How big is he?
I don't know. Huh?
How big is
Hey, how
he?
big's his penis?
Tell me the truth.
Is it big? Small?
Normal size.
Like-
what's a normal size?
4
9
inches?
and a half? Oh.
7 inches.
7?
Yeah.
It's a pretty nice size piece.
Yeah, that's girth.
Yeah.
he's girthy.
Is it a fat head?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I don't know. I
You're
haven't
talking
seen it
to her.
lately. Man.
All right.
Any more questions for me?
No.
No, we got to take a break. All
Yeah, we need to take Di on our walk.
Yeah, yeah.
right. So you'll record her.
Gotta walk her.
Colin, she's not allowed to use the bathrooms around here.
I know, it's censorship. I think you had a lawsuit. It's serious.
We shut up.
Yeah, but the Pepto-Bismol is working
Oh,
slowly.
that's good.
Oh, okay.
That's
It's
good.
working. It's working. I should have done that at
That's
home, you
good.
know.
Hey, Diana,
Pepto.
guess what? There's a solution. It's called the men's room. Just have Sam wait out.
I asked
there you
them.
go.
I asked them to use the men's room, but they said no.
No.
So you just walk in.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, we got to take.
It's a civil rights lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Take Di for a walk.
They're going to record Di going to the bathroom outside the building.
You have your plastic baggies to clean up after.
Yeah.
I should bring them with me.
All right, Carl.
Yeah.
Colin, you promoting anything? You got anything going on?
No.
Okay.
All right,
Thanks, guys.
Carl.
I love you, Colin. I love
Love
you.
you, Diana.
I thought you were.
Yes.
I thought you
I'm
were
glad it's
coming.
all worked out, guys.
I thought you were coming in today or tomorrow. You got to come in.
Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I can come tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
All right.
Okay.
I'm glad it's all working out.
Well. Okay.
Thank you, Carl.
All right, Carl. Colin Quinn, everyone.
I have to plug one
Bye,
thing.
baby.
Yes, Jimmy.
I forgot to mention this yesterday. Jennifer Carmody has a podcast. I know you guys don't know who she is, but I know her very well. And she interviewed Colin, and she just a Bobby Kelly interview.
Nice.
Is up now, so look for it on iTunes. It's Carmody Central. It's called, and she's really funny, and it's going to be a great podcast. So if you want to support that,
Very cool. We'll be back. Who's they?
What else we got today?
That
We have a
guy.
guest.
I don't know his name, Jimmy, to be honest
Harry,
with you.
and I don't know his last name. I forget.
Impromptu guest.
But he's the comedian who rented his apartment out, and all of those came back and found the fat orgy.
We talked about that yesterday. Okay.
And he came up to me at the Comedy Cellar, and he goes, "Hey, man, thanks for the shout-out."
Oh.
And he goes, "Yeah, that was my apartment." I'm like, "Oh, okay, right." So he happened to be in the building today, so here he is.
He's making the rounds, is he?
Let's bring him in.
A coup for a comedian. Story like that. Gets a little bit of press. Come on in, sir. Take a seat.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, guys.
How you doing?
Jim.
Hi, buddy.
See you again.
You got a hell of a story there.
Yeah.
Why would you rent out your apartment first?
300 and something bucks a night.
Oh, nice.
If you're a comic and you're going to be out of town, why not take $700?
Oh, okay. So you leave to do your comedy across the country, and then on the weekends your apartment's just sitting there. So you're like, all right, I can make a few bucks.
Yeah.
How many times have you rented it out?
I've rented it about. What am I doing here? I've rented it out.
Hold on, watching. He's completely panicking and fumbling with it.
There you go.
There we go. That's sort of it.
Okay.
Yeah, what do we do?
It actually clicks down a little further. Now turn that in. There you go.
Why would you help him?
I don't know.
What's wrong with you?
We do the issue.
What's wrong with you?
It takes forever.
Right.
Gives me anxiety.
It's like night 4 of no sleep.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because, the first night there was no surface to sleep on.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Wait. Before we get into all that, slow down. So I didn't even know there were like companies or websites where you could just rent out your place like that.
Yeah, there's a handful of them.
Right.
One had the unfortunate circumstance of having an orgy show up in a comedian's apartment.
But basically, you go online and go, "Hey, I got this place in Times Square. You can rent it out, right?"
Yeah. So.
And have you rented out before, or was this the first time?
Yeah, no, I've done it a handful of times. Going out for a gig or going on vacation.
Yeah.
You leave all your stuff there?
Yeah, I mean, a single guy, so I have a bunch of expensive musical equipment, but,
Aside from that, right?
Nothing that you're really too worried about.
Yeah, no.
And I would bet some of these people would just have maybe a closet or something they could lock up good to put all their stuff in.
Yeah, in hindsight, that would have been a good idea.
Oh, in hindsight.
So you hit the road and you're like, yeah, what the hell? I'll rent this thing out while I'm on the road. And it's kind of smart if you're not making a lot of money. You could get some good pocket money coming in.
Even if you're doing all right, 10 days is another like $2,500.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's vast, and literally you hand the key to a doorman.
Right.
You change the sheets. You pay a cleaning service $80. What did you do? There's no effort.
Don't you get skeeved out by like bed bugs? Like somebody in my space like that would freak me out. Like you never know who they are or what they're bringing in with them.
Yeah. So you put on a mattress protector, but those are not rated for orgy.
Right. For BBW orgies.
Kid pees the bed. You're fine. 50 large black men and women come into your apartment.
Wow.
Do you have a nice apartment?
I used to. In New York, it's luxurious if you can't see your toilet from your pillow.
Right.
So I was doing okay there. I had a door. I paid the extra $100.
Nice.
A month for the door.
What is it? A 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom? What
Studio, alcove studio, and
studio.
Yeah.
So it worked out pretty well in the past, but then finally you got fucked over, and it made the papers. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It was a big story here in New York.
Hit Gawker and BuzzFeed, and now it's in the news in China and France and
Really?
Brazil.
Good for you.
63 papers, every morning show in the city.
Right.
So what happened? You rented it to a guy. He contacted you?
David messages me. He's a verified user. He's got 3 positive reviews. Now I realize they're all from guys. And he says, "Hey, I need a space for my brother and sister-in-law who are in town for a wedding. I don't have room for them. I'm guessing on account of the orgy." All right, he looked like a decent guy. Button-down shirt. Mm-hmm. I really have to extend my criteria on judging people.
Do you meet these people before you decide? All right, I'm going to rent it to this.
I mean, usually they're coming from out of town, so you don't get to meet him. But he hands. At this time I met him. I handed him the keys at like 6 o'clock, and I left.
Did you have any weird gut feelings about the guy?
No. He just seemed like a soft-spoken, very large guy, possibly suffering from hypertension.
How large?
Large, like
3,
maybe
4.
wide in the door large, kind of just like a big guy, like one of those guys who's the size that the first impression, no matter what else they have going on, is big.
That's a big guy, right? Okay.
Big guy. I hand him the keys at like 6 o'clock. I go to have dinner. It's one of these things that just keeps getting delayed. I end up showing up at like 11:30, and he's standing outside with, I guess, what you'd call a posse. guys in hip hop attire. Hats matching the shoes, if you will. And he's there, and he's got that headset glowing. And you say, like, only a pimp has that headset nowadays, like glowing. And he goes, I go, what's going on? He goes, they're shutting us down. They're shutting it down.
All right, hold on. Okay, before you get to that, the one part that made me slightly suspicious about your story was that you told him you were leaving town, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you go to dinner, but then you go back to your place to get your luggage? That was a little
Well, I was
weird.
having dinner around the corner. You know, I like live, well, now everyone knows where I live, so why not say it?
Right.
I live on between 18th and 19th. I was meeting someone at the diner on 14th and 6th. Good stuff diner, delicious. Right. And I'm like, I'm not going to lug my luggage around New York. That's a way to let everyone know you're a tool to be taken advantage of. So I just left it by the doorman, figuring I'll just walk the 4 blocks back.
Oh, so you didn't go back to your apartment. The paper didn't explain that.
You weren't going back into the apartment.
No, I went to the front door, but my apartment's 10 feet from the door.
Okay, hold on, hold on.
Sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, because I'm helping you out, because they didn't explain any of that in the paper. So when you gave the guy the keys, you were done with him, like, all right, have fun, whatever.
I assume that, it's two people sleeping over in the apartment, I'm never going to see him again.
I got you, because the paper made it sound like you went all the way back up to your apartment, but you left, but you left your luggage down with the doorman. You went to have dinner. Yeah. Now I'm coming back to get my luggage and go.
Yeah, and I'm literally 10 feet behind the doorman. I mean, if you're going to hold an illicit, illegal orgy,
maybe
this was the wrong apartment. And you couldn't be with better earshot of the staff.
So you come back a little later than you were expecting, and there's this guy says with the headset, they're shutting us down.
He goes, they're shutting us down, and I thought that was an extreme phrase to use for brother and sister-in-law staying in for a wedding.
How did he react when he saw you? Did he act surprised to see you or no?
So first he thought I was one of the guys coming to the party. It was clear, because he's like, oh, they're shutting us down. And then I'm like, well, what do you mean? And then it registered that I don't look like the rest. One of these things is not like the other. And this look of horror on his face was, if it wasn't real, you'd shout, overacting. And I see the super sitting in the front of the building looking pissed. And that's the way every super always looks. But he's in the front of the building on a Friday night, and that's not a good sign.
Right.
So I walk in, I see the front door open, I see people walking in and out. I come in there, there's another 8 to 10 people, and they're carrying my furniture out the back door.
Holy shit.
There's 2 guys like carrying a table. And my first thought was they're just robbing me. Like, this was clever. Like, you look up a nice apartment, you see the stuff inside, and you pay a few $100 and you steal thousands of dollars of stuff. Second thought was, you can't find movers this efficient when you're paying. Next time you got to move, just throw an orgy. And then the third was, they've really opened up the space. For a couple of months, I've been thinking about moving the couch.
Sure.
I'm not. I gotta like ask my friend how to dress me. So I don't know how to move furniture. It's a feng shui moment.
Feng shui.
Except for the moisture and pubes they left all over. And then I noticed that they had flipped the signs. Like I had Eric Clapton albums up. I had Carl Reiner and Mel Brooks and Carlin albums. Like, that's really the only thing I care. I got that, and I got like an invite from Obama from years ago for the Hanukkah party at the White House. And I think Black Orgy, that's the thing you do. But they flipped him over, and I thought, okay, this must be a filming thing, and they're afraid of trademark. I was thinking about like that time like Hamas had a knockoff Mickey Mouse, and Disney went after them and shut down Hamas's like hate channel. It was like the only organization scarier than Hamas is Disney's attorneys, I'm guessing. And but I didn't see any cameras. And the guy goes, oh, no, we're not filming. But this is not a filming operation or something. And I was like, well, I got to call the cops. So I go out to the front door. We call 911 from the doorman.
So wait, the cops, they were already getting thrown out by the super.
Yeah, but they were kind of hanging around and grabbing the furniture, and so it was...
Why were they putting it in the back?
It's an interesting choice of phrase, but they
wanted more room.
Yeah, they needed more room.
Okay, they weren't stealing it. Okay.
Yeah, so he came back an hour after the cops had left, and the doorman has the door locked because another 27 people had come.
Come on,
22 guys, 5 women asking where to party at.
Oh my!
Not great diction. In
how many were in your apartment?
I felt like I saw 18 in front, and then another like 10. So we're around in about 50.
50 people in your little studio.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
were they fucked there, or was it? I guess that's what it was, or was it just a meet and greet kind of thing?
Well, no. On Twitter he advertised as a XXX Freak Fest, which is redundant, right? I mean, one of those words is not needed.
Can you write his Twitter down? Don't say it on the air.
Okay.
I want to see it first before one jumps to it.
So he advertises on Twitter.
Yeah.
That this is going down in your apartment that you rented out for the weekend.
Yeah, yeah, and so the stuff is out of the backyard and it's moist and we can't figure out why because it wasn't raining. This is the weekend of St. Patty's. This is just last week at St. Patty's. Also Purim, so different kind of festivals going on all around the city.
Right.
And one in my apartment. And we look and we see, first of all, it's just very strange. Like if you're just having family over and you're just having a gathering, you like someone in the family is going to want to sit. So why are you taking apart the couch and moving it? He came back an hour later. He goes to the doorman. The doorman locked the door. Everybody kind of leaves. He goes and he's standing by the door and he says, "Could you? You know, I left my shoes in his kitchen cabinet." Which I think is the most twisted thing. That's weirder than a 50-person orgy.
The guy probably want to take his shoes off and not get them stolen.
Yeah, he didn't want them stolen.
Stolen. Well, actually, I think dirty. Because why were they removing everything? I think because things were moist and such, and we didn't realize how bad it was. And then I think we had ABC, CBS, and Pix come in the span of hours. I was photographing reporters holding hands next to each other because it was like this weird and not like who's showing up in your apartment. And one of them has an HD camera with the spotlight built in, and he goes to take just some like B-roll, and he points it down at the bed and shouts, "Pubes!" And I didn't think it was possible to feel dirtier.
He actually
that weekend.
said that?
Yeah, he just goes, "Pubes," and we looked, and in fact, yeah, exactly. Good morning, everybody.
Jeez.
Yeah, and you know, so I tweeted. First I called Airbnb.
His account, by the way, has been deleted. The guy who you gave me his account number was Twin Green or whatever, and you could see a couple of references to him, but I guess he yanked his account after
So
this
yeah,
whole thing.
the letter I call Airbnb and I say, "Hey, you got
That's the company, obviously, you go through to rent your apartment.
Yeah, and I get a call center. Guy's like, "Oh, I'm just in a call center in Idaho, or whatever," and I'm like, "Well, that's." You know, this is above the pay grade of a call center. And so my friend John came over. As a friend of mine who runs a site called Windows where they take pictures of like fashion windows. So he's used to photography sets and such. And he goes, "No, this is weird. Nobody comes over and just photographs furniture, does a setup without getting some sort of release or protection or whatever." And this is a crew. They've clearly done this before. So we Google the phone number. We find this black Dr. Ruth. I don't know what kind of doctor. Who says, "Call this number," the same number on the Airbnb listing, for this XXX Freak Fest. And so I go, okay, time to write an open letter to Airbnb and then tweet it out to Airbnb and the CEO about how you just had a XXX Freak Fest, pornography ring / orgy in my apartment.
Do you have to sign something when you join this? Hey, that this company accepts no responsibility for anything that happens in your apartment?
They've accepted responsibility. I mean, even through the ad, like they had to put me in a hotel for a week. One, because there's 50 pimps and prostitutes that know exactly where I live and what's in my apartment.
Oh boy!
They pay to have the locks changed right away.
They're doing damage control right now.
Yeah. They immediately they said they immediately wired money for the physical damage to the stuff. The money hasn't appeared in the bank yet, so Chase hasn't seen it yet.
What kind of damage besides moist couches and stuff?
I was in band, had electric drum set. It's like these things add up, right? It's a $5,600 drum set.
Where
you
is
got
it?
a guitar.
Gone?
It's just like smashed.
Oh.
And these are things like you can hit a drum set one way and it's fine. You hit another way and it's gone.
Yeah.
The electronics are gone.
You imagine a bunch of fat people in your small apartment? Oh, how awful.
The smell. Reporters kept coming in and they're like, what's that smell? Yeah, and it was like an unidentifiable smell, which I guess means you're doing well in life when it's a new smell. And
are they going to repaint your apartment? You have to have it repainted?
Well, the cop comes the second time and he goes, "You got to get a disaster mitigation service."
But was that bad?
And I'm thinking, yeah, well, think about this. What line of work are you in that you even know the names of disaster mitigation services? You're pretty much a cop. He goes, "Well, they're going to do an internal investigation for Vice." So it's just going straight to Vice.
Oh.
They're like, "We don't have a report for you. It's going to Vice." I'm like, okay, yeah, that's going to tank the value. I had some friends, I guess, who you know, as a Jew in New York, I got friends at Mashable and BuzzFeed and Gawker. And so, like, Gawker and BuzzFeed picks up this. I had, like, Airbnb.tumblr.com. I was even suspicious because Yahoo bought Tumblr, and I'm like, this is arguably unclean now that they bought it. Yeah, you know, it's just one of those things that starts going viral. Your phone starts buzzing nonstop. I just got a radio request from Ireland. It's in the news in China. In Brazil, in France.
Let me ask you, what about what are they going to do to you because you have a lease, you're not allowed to do stuff like that. So what are they going to do with you having allowed all these, even renting it even if it was legit and you rented just to 2 people, that's got to make your landlord go like your lease is not valid.
Yeah, he sent a text saying, you know, check your lease. Now, I sent, I sign a form every time I have guests over, like this, with the doorman, with their contact info, names, and everything. And I said, you know, 3 people. So it's a little on the building that, you know, even if you round till 5, that's a distance from 25.
Yeah.
And it's a co-op in Chelsea, so they do have a 25-person orgy limit.
Wait, there's a co-op?
Yeah. So
you're just in a co-op building?
Yeah, so that they're scarier than the orgy.
No kidding.
Yeah, they're rough, man.
You ain't lying.
They are pretty bad.
So what's going to happen to you, and how much longer was your lease for?
About, I don't know, 6-8 months.
Are you allowed to stay, or do you have to leave?
It's been made pretty clear.
Okay, you got to go.
That I got to go. And also, it just doesn't. I mean, if all of a sudden everyone knew your exact address,
I wouldn't care about that because addresses, to be honest with you, anybody who knows how to use a computer can find your address.
But the apartment,
real estate stuff.
But the actual apartment, 10 feet from the front door,
right.
and this group of 50, probably not thrilled to have been outed.
Yeah, but they tricked you.
Yeah, I don't see anybody going back to your apartment to get revenge because they threw fat people out of your house.
Yeah, no,
I don't see a bunch of fat people going back to murder you for it.
So they all figured out that they had to be having some crazy ass orgy in your apartment.
They texted photos of other events that they've done.
Right.
I don't know who's doing their flyers, but yeah, it was pretty.
Why wouldn't they run just a cheap hotel room somewhere?
Or a warehouse space or something with some beds. Like, what's the fuck
million?
they doing?
There's a million hotels that would just accept that.
Clearly, these guys have boundary issues, you know.
Hotels,
so they're not thinking. They're not thinking, hey, this is an inappropriate place.
And the guy needed a headset. Why did he need a headset at the front door?
I guess he's getting a lot. He had 50 people calling and texting all night. He had a lot of traffic. They're holding that up to your ear while you're having an orgy is inconvenient. I guess he needs hands free. You know, his hands are busy somewhere else.
That's fucking but that's the type of thing I'd be afraid of. I would have trouble letting a friend stay in my space. Like, I'm so fucking paranoid about my stuff being touched.
Exactly.
The idea of strangers coming in, man. Like, I don't care how much they're paying me.
Yeah.
Oof. That's just creepy. So you're gonna get rid of your bed now, or do you have to get rid of your shit that's not broken?
Bed's gone, couches gone. I mean, it was a white couch. It's torn and dirty. There's massive amounts of footprints through because the back alley that they were throwing everything into, it's a cover of a roof, so it's all tar. It's all dirty tar. So you don't want. I mean, A, you just don't want that stuff tracked into your apartment. B, it's all over the furniture.
So they basically just threw all your stuff out the back door to make more room
for an orgy. Yeah.
Not giving a crap if it was messing it up.
They were naked in there, and
the super walked in on that, so I guess maybe fortunately I didn't see that. I only saw the social media presentation.
So wait, now but the guy who signs up for that, doesn't he have to give his real information to this website? So if he contacts you, or does he not connect it to the website at all?
Well, that's the thing. It says verified, and I got to say the verification process, all
right, but
didn't work this time.
If he didn't get caught, how was he going to, get your apartment back in shape before you got home?
These guys were really efficient moving the furniture. I mean, like, if I didn't know what they did.
But they would have been able to get your apartment back in shape, you think?
Well,
with that
it's like my friend John said, you'd come back and you'd say, well, things are out of place and a few things look dirty, and maybe you'd file a claim for a few $100 for damage, or you know, but
do you have before and after photos though? Because then they could dispute it and go, no, that was already broken.
Yeah, we have a whole. I took a ton of photos
beforehand.
Yeah, because the Airbnb listing. People see what they're getting. So, yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. Like, the actual inside of that apartment's been all over the news. So it's just like a weird place to live. I mean, who'd want to come back there or hang out?
Are you still in a hotel?
It's no longer a private home. Yeah, so I'm in a hotel.
Still, okay.
Yeah.
What hotel? What room?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But, a comic just wants to spend extra time in his own city in a hotel.
Yeah.
All we need is to live out of a suitcase.
Well, now are you done doing this with the site?
with Airbnb?
Yeah.
Well, certainly in this apartment. Yeah, I mean, I think, it's a risk-reward thing, and, I don't think that I'd be the most anonymous guy on that site if I went back on there. It'd be sort of like I'd be a target of pranks, if you will. Right? Like, hold an orgy in Ari's apartment.
And the more you learn about this, you realize
interesting charity fundraiser.
A lot of people are doing this, renting out their apartments to other people and stuff.
Yeah, they've got 11 million rentals. I mean, in their defense, maybe they've had 5 orgies out of 11 million that have, at least that have been caught.
We have a friend of the family. I said it differently yesterday. A friend of the family, and she switched apartments. She has a Manhattan apartment, and I think she went to Spain. And they switched for a week, and used each other's apartment.
Yeah.
So, but they didn't have any orgies or anything going on.
Right, that you know of. It's almost like you want to have cameras in your own apartment when you've got.
No kidding, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fucked up.
All right, fuck. Jesus.
Yeah.
Where can people check you out? Thank you, Ari. Where can people check you out?
Twitter, Ari Tiemann.
How do you spell that?
ARITEMAN.
You get any followers out of this?
Yeah, I think it actually froze. It freezes at certain points before they verify, and then the hashtag Airbnb Freakfest is trending. This was the #1 Facebook trend yesterday. It beat the Westboro Baptist Church founder dying.
Did he die?
Well, he was dying, right?
Dying,
but I felt like I did something for society and just knocking that guy down a peg.
Yeah.
I didn't feel so good about the plain people, but him I was happy to knock down.
Right. Fred Phelps on his deathbed.
Yep. Wow, that's a
hell of a story. A hell of a tale.
Yeah.
And has it helped you out getting gigs?
Yeah, I'm at a few clubs tonight, and got a tour, got some TV production studios messaging about doing shows.
Nice.
Not a bad thing.
So maybe in the end, this was a great thing that happened.
Yeah, if you're not tied to your backyard apartment, yeah. Yeah, we were just over at Wake Up with Taylor, and she's like, "You lost a backyard apartment. Like, it doesn't matter what you get out of this.
Right.
Yeah,
it's really your values in life."
Yeah. Here in New York, that's
not easy
true.
to get.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is just really curling up in bed for half the day, but I can't do that right now.
It's funny about Fred Phelps. I'm reading it. You got me thinking. And it said that he's still alive, but he was excommunicated from the Westboro Baptist Church for advocating a kinder approach between church members. And I'm wondering if Shirley Roper and the elders defeated Fred Phelps called for a kinder treatment of fellow church members. Okay. Not of gays or anything, but of each other, and they threw him out. Like,
Can't
what a
be kinder to
shitty
those
family.
gays.
What kind of church has infighting about infighting?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, the Westboro Baptist Church, that's for sure.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
All right, we got to take a break here.
Yes.
So.
Thank you very much, Ari. I appreciate it,
brother.
Cool, man.
Thank you.
All right.
They're rich, and they pee, but they're done. Welcome back to the Opie and Anthony Show on Sirius XM.
I'm scared to look at my Twitter. I'm not going to lie to you. Thought Jimmy's boy did all right, though, there.
Your boy. It's your boy. Did you read this? That one in orange? That's funny.
Why do you have different colors on your Twitter?
Well, the orange ones are the ones that have us in it, me or anyone I follow.
Oh, I get the
me, and then the blue is like random people that follow me and stuff.
What Twitter app is that?
I use Twitterator.
I just use the Twitter, the regular Twitter app.
No, I like Twitterator. The pictures show up on the side in a little window
I like
on the
that
side,
too.
so
Yeah.
I don't keep clicking on the same fucking Photoshop that people send me.
Right.
I enjoy the Twitterator, and I paid a little extra for the plus.
Whoa.
No ads in there
How
and
much?
bullshit. I think it was like
$1,400?
$4.99.
Yeah, it's like $5.
$5.
It's
well
the
worth
best
it.
Twitter app out there.
It
Is it really?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I've been using it for years.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, it is.
So, that was good.
That was good.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Anyway, let's see what else is going on today.
What about your boy de Blasio there,
My
right?
boy de Blasio.
Your boy de Blasio
Bite your
just
tongue.
just instantly settled a
98
lawsuit with New York City against against these wannabe firefighters that apparently couldn't pass the test, black and Hispanic applicants, for $98 million.
This fucking cocksucker de Blasio just settled?
Just gave him the money.
The city, as he has said during his campaign, desperately needs money.
Yeah.
And then he just throws $98 million away like this?
He throws $98 million away because...
Is that his decision, though?
Black and Hispanic. It was totally his decision.
Okay.
It was absolutely his fucking decision to sell
he
this.
agrees to pay $98 million to settle FDNY minority discrimination lawsuit.
What a cocksucker.
He's such a minority cuck, this guy, this mayor. He is... anything that minorities do, he will give a pass to. Any lawsuits they bring, he will settle.
But what is this about, Ed?
Stinks.
What is this about?
This is black and Hispanic applicants to the FDNY that were either too stupid or not fit enough to pass the written test.
So what?
And well, they claim that the test was racist against them. And
culturally biased, was that it?
Culturally biased. So they couldn't pass the test. And instead of just saying, well, you know what, we at the FDNY, we want the best applicants, so they do the best job.
And they can't say, and this test has worked out well for us for many years.
Yes.
Oh, that's
yeah.
That's brutal.
And so they brought a lawsuit.
Right.
One of these militant fucking black-only groups like the Vulcans in New York. And now they get $98 million. I'm so glad I don't pay New York City taxes. I live out in the country, so that's a little bit of your money. Jimmy Norton, enjoy your $98 million, well spent.
Well,
it's crazy.
His approval rating's going way down.
He stinks.
It's gone down like 9 points already.
He's horrible.
He's only been the mayor for a couple months. It's already gone down 9 points.
Dumb New Yorkers.
Do you know how many people that are well suited for the job that are not getting the job because they have to hire more minorities?
No, what also came out about this guy? Remember I said he's a fucking phony?
Yeah.
He acts like he's this New Yorker that wants to help everybody. And remember the snow shoveling thing? And I said because he didn't shovel his neighbor,
right,
says a lot about this guy.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that whole thing was set up ahead of time too.
Oh, sure.
But even the part with his son coming out,
really,
the whole thing was set up. It was written into a schedule. Like, okay, the first snowfall, this is what you're going to do.
Okay.
We're going to get you outside your home. You're going to shovel like a regular guy.
They'll endear you with the people.
And it was also written down how to shovel properly. So you're showing New Yorkers how, because he doesn't know how.
Right.
He did not know how. So they're like, you're going to bend your knees.
Lift
and
with your dumb legs.
It's all in the paper today. And then they said, and then later on in the morning, we'll have Dante come out and shovel a little as well. That whole thing was a set-up photo.
Set-up, of course.
It was all in his schedule.
In his schedule.
It's at 7 to 7:20 a.m. Snow shoveling front of residence with Dante de Blasio.
Well, by the way, the good thing about this is the FDNY now has a chief diversity officer. That's a new post.
A chief diversity officer. Man, I hate that.
Will you stop trying to fix shit that's not broken? The FDNY has been just fine on their own for many, many years.
You grab up the applicants, you get the best people for the job, and you give them the fucking job.
How about this? Why is race? How about this? Don't have a section. Don't mention race at all on the
there you go.
application.
Yeah.
Right.
How about that?
Yeah.
I guess you have to mention gender because of the name. But why is race mentioned on the, like, if you're just filling out applications and it's completely non-racial, there's no racial mention.
Right.
How could they say that would be discriminatory?
Yeah.
They're saying the questions are to keep...
The questions are, that if you grew up in a certain culture, you might not understand.
Well, what questions are they talking about? Like,
that's what I want to know.
This case, by the way, was won. This case was won in 2011. It was. I want to say a U.S. Court of Appeals overturned it, and that's what. But the Justice Department filed the lawsuit.
It was won by who?
It was Bush's Justice Department that filed the lawsuit. saying that it was discriminatory to keep blacks out or Hispanics out. They won, and I guess the U.S. Court of Appeals overturned that, and then they're still fighting it out in court. Right. So he's kind of just, he's ending this, and the Bloombergs were contesting this completely, and he just said, fuck it.
Whatever. It's his whole mindset.
Yeah, I know.
It's money going to a lot of things in this city that I don't think are going to really help a lot. It's going to cost a lot of money.
I don't think he's going to be able to get a lot of things done.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
The mayors have a lot of power in New York City, especially.
We'll
Mayors can
see,
do a
won't
lot.
we? So what was the schedule again, Travis? You started that.
Well, 7 to 7:20.
Yep.
Snow shoveling with Dante.
Yep.
And then I think a little later, he had some more snow shoveling penciled into his schedule. Oh, that was a different day. I'm sorry. 7 to 7:15 a.m.
But
Snow
they're
shoveling.
penciling it into his schedule.
Into his schedule.
I know these guys go
for
for
the photo op.
I know they go for the photo ops. All these politicians do it, but
yeah.
But wow.
$98 fucking million in back pay to people who didn't get the job.
Who didn't get the job? They're paying them as if they got the job.
So stop saying that this city is broke if you're just throwing around $98 million like it's nothing.
He withdrew the city's appeal to federal court case in which the judge ruled the city discriminated. So he let the judges, yes, the city did discriminate by stop and frisk. So that's now done.
All right.
And that's fine with me. It's not,
whatever.
it's not people in my building that are getting shot.
Yeah. It'll be people in the neighborhoods that, supposed to be protecting.
So what happens is that people say, well, how come you're not doing good police work? Okay, what is good police work? Like, I know, of course, the Constitution is, so what's the answer?
Yeah.
What is the answer? Just more cops on the street? That's not, that's not going to solve it. It's not enough cops to put on every street corner.
No,
It's just not.
Well, the answer is to let it happen and then send cops after the fact to clean up the fucking bodies.
Yep.
Right.
That's it.
Because weren't gun crimes going down with stop and frisk?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the numbers were great.
New York is an amazing city over the past few years. Just amazing that a city this big and with this many people actually has had such a low gun crime rate and murder rate and what have you. But that was because of really ass-kicking police work. You see the new NYPD doing stuff that you don't see them doing in other cities.
Right.
They like nipping things in the bud, as it's called.
Well, this is how it affects people. John in Long Beach. John.
Hey, Shay.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, John.
Hey.
My brother was a fireman, and his son took the test about 7 years ago, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Scored 100 on a physical, 100 on a written, and that was part of the test that got thrown out because of the racial bias.
Yeah, they'll just throw that out.
Now, he's working in a fucking bank waiting for, because the white guys brought a counter lawsuit against him.
Yeah.
Now, he's waiting in a lurch to see if he's got the job.
Let me ask you a question. What is a question that they say is cultural? Because look, over the years, a lot of the tests were...
They've been pulling this shit for fucking 20 years.
But hold on, is there any accuracy? Because I've been hearing this for my whole life, that the tests are very, very culturally biased, and maybe some of them
Maybe
are.
we can look it up.
What's an example? Yeah.
Oh, does hold on, sir. Club Soda
Kenny was a civil servant, so he knows.
Yeah.
An example is if we do word association. If I say to you cup, you say
saucer.
Right. But some disadvantaged people culturally can't afford to buy a cup and a saucer, so they only have cups.
All right, so do it. Say it.
But saucers are a waste of time.
No, let's do it again. Give me the word again.
Oh, let's say cup. He may say athletic.
Well, there you go. Athletic.
That's funny.
I want to do it, though. Go ahead. Now we'll do it the minority one. Say the word again.
Cup.
Fuck your mama. Black guy.
Black guys. My brother worked with a lot of intelligent black guys.
Hold on a second. I'm dealing with 1976 Anthony. You jive turkey.
Honky.
So, Kenny, hold on.
There's a lot of black guys on the force. They're on the department that passed the test on their own.
But what are the other? But is there any? Let me ask you, at the risk of being called the House liberal, I'm only asking. Are there any questions that are legitimately culturally biased that might even be unintentional?
But can't you? Sorry.
I really couldn't say because I don't have a test in front of me.
I'm asking Kenny.
But I would assume you would be able to study for these tests, and you would be aware of some of the.
Yeah, they give you pre-study, manuals to know what the test is going to be.
Oh, they have to read.
And then fucking manuals. They have study groups. Go to the fucking groups and learn how to pass the fucking.
But wait a minute. If it's, I'm asking. I think what you're saying is fine, but. Are there things that they don't tell you? Like, they're not going to tell you every question in the study group. They might tell you how to prepare.
No, they give you sample questions.
Okay, sample questions.
Yeah.
What's another one that's been just kind of called... Because word association, cup and saucer. Like, why the fuck is that a question?
Yeah, that would be.
Is that really a question?
That's ridiculous.
No.
That's nonsense.
Something similar to that.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
It's been an example given in the.
Do we have any other examples we can find?
No right answer. It's a test of character. Yeah.
Right. I'm curious. Like, I've been hearing this for so many years.
Yeah.
What questions are biased?
All right, hold on. We got a guy that has an actual test. John, thank you. All right.
Thanks, John.
All right, listen. I got to tell you, this week with Lady Di, I've been listening to you guys for 20 years. This is the best fucking week of radio I ever heard.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, brother. Yeah, we're really enjoying the hell out of it.
We got to believe me. Room full of hard cocks.
Thanks, John. And
97. I've been on board.
Sorry about your nephew. Gets 100 on both parts of the exam, and now.
I mean, he's just waiting for he's taking all. Now he just took the Suffolk PB test.
Right.
So hopefully that'll pull through for him.
All right, thanks, John.
All right, thanks, boys. Have a good day.
Another guy will maybe get to him. He says, I took the new FDNY test, and the questions are all jokes. If you could read, you could answer correctly. Of
course.
Let's say hi to Chris on Long Island. Chris.
Yeah, guys.
Hi, Chrissy.
98 million. This is really starting to sink in.
$98
What's up, Chris?
Not much. I'm an active member. I actually just got off of a night tour, just drove home to Long Island from Brooklyn.
Ooh.
It really is reading compensation. As long as you can read, you can pass the test. I actually have a copy of the test because I am off of it. And it's obviously it's at my house, so I'm on my way. But even more, these guys are getting seniority from back to that test. So not only are they getting, they come in. They're going to have, let's say, they're going to have 9.5 years worth of seniority, so they only have to do 10.5 years, and then technically they could retire.
Oh, wow! So they just hit the lottery.
Retroactive.
Hey, I know you don't have the test in front of you, but could you, give us one of the questions off the top of your head?
A question.
One of the questions would be like an exposure question. You're looking at a building.
Right.
They'll tell you what exactly you're looking at is exposure 1. To the left of it would be exposure 2. The rear would be exposure 3. The right would be exposure 4. Then they'll ask you to turn a page, and they'll say, "What is exposure 3 is what?" And they'll give you they'll give you 5 choices: front, left, right, bottom, back, or top. What is it? And that's literally what.
Holy shit!
How is that considered culturally biased, though?
I don't know.
It involves numbers?
Nobody knows,
No.
but this judge had a personal vendetta, and that's what it is. Now we all.
All right.
For it.
I got to go with Jimmy on that one. Give us a question that you think might be, biased.
They must give examples of what they think are culturally biased questions.
Right.
They don't tell us. They just have the test, and they said it was discriminatory.
Can you look online for culturally biased
FDNY questions.
Test questions?
Yeah.
Like just put it in there.
Because in court they can't just walk in and say that vaguely. They have to give exact examples as to why they're culturally biased and what the questions are.
Right. Example of culturally biased.
All right. Thank you, brother. We got a wow. Peter is a fireman hired off one of those supposedly racist lists.
Is he a pumpkin eater?
You're talking about Peter.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Hey, Peter.
So, explain your story.
Basically, there was 2 lists that they're talking about that these lawsuits were brought about after the fact. They wound up hiring a bunch of full classes off of these 2 lists, and then after the fact, they sued, saying they were discriminatory. And then they're trying to get back pay and all that stuff. Since those 2 lists, the fire department itself has dumped millions of dollars into their recruitment process, and they're going really above and beyond what the court has required them to do as far as recruiting all minority groups, be it women or minorities or those that they said were underrepresented.
Or mijots.
What's that?
Mijots. They're doing for mijots, the little people.
Mijot.
But why does everyone have to be represented? Why?
they have this thing in their head that they want the Department in general to be more representative of the breakdown of the city.
Good luck.
It's from like left field. It really makes no sense.
It makes no sense for the fire department because you want the people that are going to be best for the job. When you're in a fire and you need someone to run up those stairs and get to you and use that training, don't you want the best guy, not the most diverse group of people? What the fuck does it matter if they're representative of the community, if they're doing the job properly?
It's really incredible, too, because the actual questions on the test, you guys are trying to look up what kind of questions may be sort of racially biased or whatever. It's really, not to downplay, but it's not a very difficult exam. The reason you have to do so well on it to get on the job is because so many people take it in the first place.
Right.
A lot of reading comprehension stuff. There's a section where they try to test your memory, so they show you a photo, and you can look at the photo for for a minute or two without taking any notes. And then they take the photo away and ask you, how many windows are in a building. Or
Right. Decisions you're going to have to make on the fly.
Yeah, if you're in high school, you can ace the test. You don't need some kind of crazy background or advanced degree or anything like that to do well on this thing.
Sam, pardon my interruption, sir. Sam has it open. So, Sam, are there any questions you can find there that make sense?
That it makes sense that it should be considered biased,
or this is at least what they cited.
And hold on. I also have a psychologist we could go to too. Peter, you done?
I just have one more thing. The interesting thing I thought about this whole process was the group bringing the lawsuit is the Vulcan Society. They're a fraternal order of black firefighters, and all these guys took tests in the past and got on the job, and they're now working on the job. Some of them are officers who've been promoted multiple times, and they're sitting there with a straight face in court saying that this test was racist and biased and all, and basically saying the people that came after them aren't good enough to get on the job the same way they did. I just thought the whole process, this group is supposed to be looking out for the interests of black firefighters to kind of, it was just a weird, dynamic because they were kind of saying, we'll look out for you guys because you guys couldn't do it the way we did.
Right.
Thank you, sir. The whole thing.
All right, let me go to Harry. He supposedly has a question, one of the questions. Harry, you have one of the questions?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
One of the questions that's on the test is what sport did you play in school? The correct answer is basketball because everybody's played basketball. Soccer is predominantly white, football is predominantly black, baseball's Hispanic now. The proper answer is basketball because everybody plays basketball.
Why would that?
Ridiculous.
Why would that be a question? You got to be joking.
What sport do you play?
I'm dead serious. I've taken the test. I have 3 uncles and my grandfather will all.
What does that have to do with anything? What sport did you play in?
I'm guessing athleticism.
How can there be a right and wrong, though?
There's no right and wrong. Maybe that's just information, like to see your athleticism. I played football and soccer and baseball. Oh, okay, this guy's very athletic. Or I played golf. Maybe that is. Could that possibly be what it's for?
No, it doesn't sound like it. That doesn't seem like a real question.
It's not a right.
There's
and wrong
no right
thing.
and wrong answers
There's
to
no
that.
right or wrong to.
It seems
there's not, but it's one of those ridiculous things that, everybody played basketball, so, it's one of those things, it's stupid. They're trying to prove that, you're not racist.
I don't know what he's talking about either.
Like that.
All right, Harry, let me go to the psychologist. Thank you. I want an actual question. I don't know if that's an actual question.
Yeah, I found some of the questions.
You did?
What's one of them?
Yeah, they're all, but I think that they're all problems with, like, say one of the choices is rubbish burning in a small garbage can located on a subway platform, and certain ethnicities might not know the word rubbish.
Well, that's kind of crap. That's a word in the English language.
That's the only.
But we don't use the word rubbish.
Yeah, who does
either.
use rubbish?
I know what it means. No one really uses that word.
Or it's like they're talking about a danger around a lake. And it's like, well, what if certain ethnicities didn't grow up around frozen lakes?
But you know what a lake is!
Right.
Yeah.
Who the fuck doesn't know what a lake is?
By the way, if you have a fire around a lake, you're just an idiot. Push the fire into the lake. It's right there.
Right. Let's go to the psychologist. Mark in Jersey. Marky.
Hey, guys. I'm working on my thesis. I got a year left before I can say I'm a psychologist. What I actually wanted to hit on, though, was if you go back to what Kenny said, that's kind of where where the logic is, because they don't use like saucer and cup when they develop tests. The ability of somebody to read and analyze an analogy has a lot more to do with their ability to use logic and to reason on a fundamental level than it does, like, with the actual literal meaning of saucer.
Right.
So, I mean, for whatever it's worth, I'm not sure about this test. I was in the military and I've taken the ASVAB, and I know that it wasn't heavy with analogies, but that's all I can think of. I mean, you guys are taking stabs in the dark, as I kind of was when I heard about this too. But
these articles say that the language and situations give a familiarity to people who have grown up with it that allows them to better figure out the logic behind what's going on.
Well, how is it racially, like, if you're in the city especially, so far, neither of those examples make sense to me.
Right.
Because if you grow up in a poor white house, how often do you think they're saying rubbish if you're not British?
Right.
I don't know anybody that says rubbish.
I can say that analogies are actually cultural, but that's about it. Your ability, those develop along strict lines, so...
Right.
That's all I got, though.
Okay. All right, let me go to West Point. We got Kevin, who took the test.
Hi, Kevy.
He could give some insight, I guess. Kevin.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hi, Kevy.
Hi. I took the most recent one, and when it comes to terms of the questions, for the most part, they gave you a video. It was basically nonsense of just this figurative piece of equipment that they called a hydroverter. And honestly, it was just, if you could see the video and you actually listened and had basic reading comprehension, you could handle it. And then as for the rest of it, it was just questions about you to try and identify who you are as a person. So they could try and pull you in and be like, okay, as you guys were saying before, oh, this guy played football and baseball, he's athletic, he can handle, himself going up and down a flight of stairs. And then there would be questions that were just a morality standpoint as to, like, why do you want to join the FDNY? And then it would come down to, 9/11 touched me in a big way, or, my family's been in it for X amount of generations and stuff like that. For the most part, the exam was based on who you are as a person. It had nothing to do with racial profiling or anything like that, at least in my eyes. That's how I thought it was.
Wow.
There was a big case, the Supreme Court found bias against white firefighters in New Haven. Supreme Court ruled that the white firefighters were discriminated against because the city threw out a promotional examination they had given on which whites had done well and black firefighters did poorly. So I guess this was like a promotional thing, and the city rejected these test results because the higher scoring candidates, I guess, were predominantly white. And Justice Kennedy wrote that the possibility of a lawsuit from minority firefighters was not a lawful justification for the city to throw this out because they were afraid of being sued. So all the people out there that think that it's all lawsuits. That's why anybody does anything anymore.
Yep. All right. Thank you, Kevin. I'm going to Ed in New York. Two more here. Ed, go ahead.
Yeah, hello. I'm a New York City firefighter.
Hi, Ed.
I spoke to somebody that's in with the minority hiring, and I asked them what questions weren't biased. They said the questions weren't biased, but based on the answers that most minorities taking the test got it wrong, that they made it clear they considered it biased because of that.
What's a question that most minorities got wrong?
I don't know, but here's one of the idiotic.
Why doesn't anyone know? That's what's so frustrating.
No one knows.
We need some kind of example.
No one knows.
Here's an idiotic question that they did ask on the test, which I have no idea what could be the right answer.
Right.
It said, as growing up as a child till your age now, do you consider that you have some of the same friends, or you have all new friends, or none of the friends? Now, what answer would be right for that? You could have moved 5 times in your life, or whatever.
Yeah. If you're unfortunate to move around, and they were looking for the answer being you still have your same friends, you would be fucked.
And there's another thing. If you go to a website called meritmatters.com, it's an active deputy chief with the fire department that says people that should be hired by their merit, not by the color of their skin. And there was a fire commissioner, I think his last name was Beekman. He was a black commissioner, And there's a whole article about that he said, you know, he loved the civil service because you could take a test and advance due to your merits by, you know, how smart you are, what you know, not by the color of your skin. And he was a fire commissioner and a black commissioner.
Amazing. All right.
If you go to meritmatters.com, Paul Mannix, the deputy chief, I'm sure he'd come on to your show.
Okay.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, buddy. Let's go to Philly and talk to Kevin. Kevin.
Kevin.
Hello, team.
Hey, baby.
I have one question right in front of me that is actually counter-instrument to white people, if you ask me.
Yeah.
It says, let me get it right here. If you are a witness to a fight, brawl, or a verbal dispute, should you A, break it up, B, call for help, or C, film and yell, "World Star"?
See, I thought.
Hey, man, you got to give it to well played.
That's not legit.
Well played, though.
That's not legit.
John in
legit,
Rockland
Chip.
County. Jesus, John.
Let's chip.
Yeah, how you doing?
Johnny.
Yes, hello.
Hey, yeah, John.
Johnny boy.
Gotcha.
All right.
Hey, baby.
I took the test twice in the 80s, early 80s.
Yep.
Oh, you're
and
dumb.
I scored upper 90s.
Yeah.
And if a minority got a 70, they got called before me because it was called the popcorn effect. And that's just wrong.
The popcorn effect. What's that mean?
It means that regardless of the score, they had to pick so many minorities.
Oh, how's that popcornish?
That's got to be
Really?
so frustrating to someone that's scoring real high in the test.
I was thinking it'd be the milk duds.
Yeah, maybe they throw some water, but I could have messed up.
You sure did.
I will never understand that. When you look for the best person for the job and a guy has a way higher score, but he's the wrong color, I will never understand that.
It's that simple, yep.
All right, brother.
That doesn't breed resentment. No,
I
not
think
at
it
all.
does.
Oh. Come on, baby.
We got one more. Mike on Long Island. Mike.
What's up, Mickey?
What's going on, guys? Listen, I'm a fireman, too, in the state of about 10 years. The problem with the whole test is the judge never looked at the test. The score, he based his decision on the disparity of scores, and TCAS, which is the Citywide Administrative Services, has to follow certain parameters when they administer these tests.
So they just
For whatever
assume
reason,
if
Howard found out, they never did.
They just assume that if minorities scored so low, so many of them scored so low, that there must be a problem with the test, regardless of if they found a problem or saw a question. They didn't even need that. They assumed because so many did so poorly that it had to be racist.
Well, and the thing is, too, with this judge, he was a politically appointed, actually a political appointed Clinton guy. He was thought to be a big level judge, and he was also in a little bit of high trouble, too, because about 30 years before that, he was protesting against segregation of a high school in Queens. So I guess his little white guilt came out, and he tried to make himself out to be a martyr or a hero.
Wow.
Let me ask you, too, the man, I remember a thing from Malcolm X from the movie, so where he was talking about how these tests are biased or whatever. He said, except for the math. The only thing universal is the math.
Yeah, yeah.
So do they score, is this a case where minorities score just about as good or better even on the math, and all of the reason they're failing are for these other questions? Like, are they doing as well on all the things that are completely universal?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Be nice to.
That's a good question, though.
Like, let's just say that the math questions are across the board fairly even or within a couple of percentage points across. And then the only place that they're all shitting the bed is in this one particular group of questions. Then maybe there's something to that.
Well,
but I'd still want to see the
how
question.
about they show that then?
Yeah, but,
I agree.
In these news
but to go
reports.
back,
I agree.
To go back and pay out $98 million, and also, you know, a lot of guys losing their jobs because you know. Because they have to change things up. That just doesn't seem fair at all.
Well, bringing it all back around, that's your boy de Blasio. Your boy.
Let's go to Dana in Massachusetts. Dana.
Yellow. Where it? There it is.
Hey, Dana, what's up?
Oh, he was freaking out.
Sorry, I panicked. So this is similar to the perceived bias that you've heard about on the SATs. Now, I've actually done quite a bit of research on this, and in fact, Anthony, do you know what the average African American got on the SAT in 2011?
No, I don't.
Barbecue sauce.
Oh.
And we'll be back.
Guy's been in the back, I guess.
Yeah, just chilling.
Bestowing stories on Sal about her days in the brewery.
And she's blaming the company she worked for.
Of course. It's their
for her
fault.
mishaps.
Oh, boy. She was like the kid in the candy store at the Budweiser brewery, I bet you.
Right.
Is that where her...
she's holding her mouth as
her
she walks down
addiction
the hall.
kicked in? Wonder if she
I'm
could
sure
get
she was
a
an
lawsuit.
alkie before that.
Look at
Fucking sue.
She needs chaperones. She's not allowed to walk around here by herself because of the issues we had yesterday.
Well, like
if you're just
Hannibal
tuning in,
Lecter.
we explained that whole thing early on in the show, so get the replay.
She's like Hannibal Lecter, only they put that mask over her asshole.
Right.
So she doesn't...
All right, can I?
Oh, no, what happened, dear? Hold on, come right into the mic. Oh, Angel,
Wait,
it's all over.
let her settle in.
Sam, dear,
Sam,
can we get coffee all over the place?
I want to see the dick pic.
Yes.
I'll show you mine.
Well, no, not that one. Even though everyone tweeted this to me probably a couple hundred times yesterday, I just didn't bother clicking on the link.
That's a good one.
So I still haven't seen it.
The people lose their minds.
Is this it?
Yes.
All right.
Pulled or crawled out of the fire. So this looks like, is this a live feed coming to us from Seattle, guys? Or that's another photo. You can see the smoke billowing up next to the Space Needle there, that iconic image in Seattle. Man, so that's Edward Scissorhands, so we'll just ignore that. And so, a lot of people obviously...
It's so good.
Why is that
horrible situation?
They don't even acknowledge it.
They were going...
Why wouldn't they acknowledge it? Why can't news people
Look at their
acknowledge
face.
stuff that goes on?
Their faces are priceless.
With those tweets?
And what happened?
Yeah. They were going through some guy's Twitter feed, I gather, and going through his pictures.
About the helicopter
And,
crash in Seattle?
There was the Space Needle where the helicopter crash was, and then there was Edward Scissorhands, an egg omelet,
right,
and then some guy's dick hanging out of his pants.
Yes, that's part of the breakfast, I guess.
Breakfast of Champions. Did you pick the caller for the WWE thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have some coffee, dear.
I think we got a
Thank
winner.
you.
So you don't have to
They
call.
made their faces.
It was overfilled.
Oh.
They were horrified.
Right.
I mean,
why is your phone?
Her phone is always ringing.
Do you know your phone's ringing?
You never
Trying to
turn
get
your-
to our coffee.
How do you never turn your
Do you
phone
know your
off?
phone's ringing?
No, sorry, I didn't interrupt you. Go ahead. That's cool. You go right ahead.
You know that coffee is negating the effects of your Pepto.
Yeah.
Your Pepto-Bismol.
Now you tell
Will
me.
you answer
Yeah.
your phone?
Your phone's ringing again, and you have it on full
phone's
volume.
ringing.
Do you not put it on vibrate when you're on the radio?
I shouldn't I?
What made you say that? I mean, why would you say, of course.
Oh, did you have a ciggy?
A what? No.
You haven't smoked a cigarette all day?
How is everything? No puking today? Let's start from the top to the bottom. Your hair looks fine today.
Yeah, a lot of bounce and
Yeah,
luster.
everything is okay today.
Hold on.
It's not exactly fine.
Go ahead. We're going to start with your hair. It looks like you showered yesterday, and you look
Yeah.
good. Your hair looks a little fluffier, okay?
Right, thank you. That's good.
Your glasses, I cleaned personally. People
Thank you
thought
very
I was
much.
going to
Hold
break
on.
them, but I did not.
Marion, call the show. Is that you?
Is she calling again?
Yeah.
Apparently.
All right, then. Answer her
the
phone.
Answer the phone, Di.
Oh,
It's
Better not
Marion.
be that private number.
Will you hurry up before it stops ringing?
What if that private number is the Family Dollar,
It's not Family Dollar.
asking
Who is it?
you to come into work?
Is it Marion?
Yeah.
All right, answer it.
Listen to
It's
that.
so frustrating. Just answer the
thing
phone.
Hello?
On speaker.
Hold on. Put it on speaker.
I know. All right, hold on.
Hold
She
on.
must miss so many calls.
Go ahead.
Okay.
You're on the radio.
Yeah,
Tell
no,
her.
I
get
accidentally
anxiety.
called you before because I was trying to clear
You're on the
call
radio.
logs. Okay.
It's not like the old days
Put
where
it on
people let it
speaker.
ring 10
It
times.
is on speaker.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Stab you.
Then why are you still holding it by your head?
Marion. Can we call you again, or?
Yeah, Diane called me again.
Oh, Diane, she said you called her
Should we
again.
call?
I did by accident.
We're going to call
It was
you on the
by
studio
accident.
phone.
We're going to call you
Yeah.
in the studio.
Right.
It just hung up on her.
Oh, man.
So anyway, your hair is looking better today.
Yeah.
Your glasses are all nice and clean. Are you
Thank
seeing
you.
better?
Yeah. I
couldn't
feel
fix
better today.
the tilt of them.
You're
so.
not,
Because
yeah.
these, I'm trying to explain it to everybody. These things are old. I
I
didn't
know,
Right.
but you still could clean
Bend them
them.
straight. They're
Right,
not.
yeah.
Your eyes aren't tearing like it yesterday.
Right.
No, they're not.
Your nose is
No,
okay.
I'm all right, but what- the
we're trying to
entrance-
hold on. We're trying to do
What?
something here. So now we get to your mouth. Have you puked yet today?
No.
Okay. How about your vagina? Anything spilling out of that?
No, but I have to tell you one thing right now.
Oh no.
I went to the bathroom at Starbucks and there was no toilet paper.
Uh-oh. What'd you have to do?
I had to clean my thing with my diaper.
But you had to clean what thing? What did you make, a number 1 or a number 2?
Number 1.
Oh, you didn't make a number 2?
No, I did not.
So you made a number 1. You made a number 1, and you had to.
There was no paper towels in there. What was I supposed to do?
What did you do
Go
with
in
that
front of
diaper?
The dryer and dry it like that?
Did you put the diaper back on?
Of course, I put the diaper back on. Why?
So it's not clean then.
So wait, you cleaned your wee wee with your diaper and then put the wee wee diaper back on?
Oh.
No,
I thought you.
I went like this.
You wiped between the lips.
I just,
All right, Marion. She's got a dirty diaper on now. She's got a dirty diaper.
Yeah, she's wearing a dirty diaper, Marion.
It's not dirty.
You wiped your cooch with it.
Diana, are you serious? You wear Depends?
What?
Yes, she's got a diaper on. Yeah.
Hold on. She's plugging her headphones in.
Wait, no.
Hold on, babe.
You got the runs again?
Well, this morning I did. I had them. Hold on.
Wait, did you have the runs this morning?
Yeah.
She had the runs.
You
twice.
need
Good
to go
to know.
for friggin' help, girl.
Good
You're
to know.
52 years old. 52-year-old women do not wear diapers.
I know some women that do.
Name them.
But they're not in their 50s.
What?
Diana, you don't need to wear diapers. What do you wear diapers for? You know, if you have a leakage, you wear those panty shields.
Oh, I have some of those. I got some of those at home,
You don't
too.
need to wear a diaper. Come on.
Well, I did this morning. I figured I played safe.
Yeah.
You know.
Diana, come on, man. 90-year-old woman, 100-year-old woman wear those freaking things.
Good correction.
Well, she had the run. She had the runs though today.
Yeah.
Wear a panty shield.
But she
I
had,
have them at home. I decided not. I decided to wear that last diaper.
Sexy like Lisa Rinna.
Why?
Yeah,
Diana,
just
That's
like
what
that.
I decided, Marion. That's what I decided.
Ooh, that was her decision.
That's it.
Diana, you know what? You're 52 years old. You're not a freaking 90-year-old, 80-year-old, 75-year-old woman.
Name more ages.
You need to do something.
50, 55, 60, 65. Right.
Find that again in a minute, Travis.
If you wear diapers. That's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
That is
Who cares?
wrong with you.
Ooh, yeah.
Who cares? You know what, Diana? Have some fucking goddamn self-confidence in yourself.
I do have self-confidence in myself.
No, you don't. You
Yes,
got
I do.
everybody in the fucking world listening to you wearing diapers. People don't
So
do that in their 50s. You think there's nothing wrong with that? There's a lot wrong with that.
Hold on. Let me ask Lady Di something. Lady Di.
Yes.
Give us one thing that Marion does wrong, because Marion has no problem telling you what you do wrong.
That's right. Name me something she does wrong.
Right. One thing.
She gets down to the point about everything.
Gets
That's what she does wrong.
down to the point.
That's what she gets wrong.
What's that mean, down to the point?
I think that's a positive quality to have.
Hold on.
Yeah, well-
Let's weigh the negative qualities. She gets down to the point, and you shit your underpants.
and then wipe up with the Depends, and then put it back on.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Take it off?
I don't know.
We're going to give you another try at this.
Oh boy.
Excuse me?
Going over in Anthony's studio, don't you feel one little bit of embarrassment that you got to tell them, somebody we've known for 20 years, that you wear diapers? 20 years ago, you never wore diapers. 10 years ago, you never wore diapers. Why now?
Yeah,
5
name
years.
more time in
Why? If you have to pee, you don't feel like going to the bathroom? Are you that lazy you can't run down the fucking
Lady
hall?
Di, she's giving you the business. How about we...
I don't care. I really don't care. I do what I want to do.
Let's give
okay?
you one more shot.
Right.
Lady Di, one thing that Marion does wrong, because she has no problem telling you. One thing that Marion does wrong.
You're doing stuff. You're degrading yourself.
I can't think of anything.
What, is she perfect? She's your idol?
Yeah, what the fuck?
She's
she,
not my
God?
idol.
Come on.
She's not my idol, but
What,
I
you
can't
worship
think of
her?
anything.
There's got to be something Marion does that annoys you.
No. Except for yelling at me.
Oh, she
That
yells
annoys
at
me.
She yells at her.
You yell too much at her, Mayor.
Because you know why? I tell her to do the right thing, okay? I've known this girl since we were kids. I tell her to do the right thing. She completely does opposite.
Yeah. But by the
You don't
opposite,
have
do you
no
mean... Maverick?
confidence in herself.
Holy
That's
shit.
it. That's it. I can't hear it anymore.
Now, hold on.
Talk.
What's the matter? What's
What
the matter?
happened?
She took her head...
No, I mean,
Diana,
you know, come on.
Oh, hold on, Diane. This is important. Actually, hold on.
Di
Lady
doesn't want
Di,
to
she
hear.
actually asked a really
Wait,
good
Di
question.
doesn't want to hear your
She
shit
took her
anymore.
headphones
She
off.
took her headphones off,
She
but she's
can't
giving
hear
the middle
you.
finger to the microphone.
Right.
Okay,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Watch you want.
Well,
All right, she's
I wasn't
back.
giving the middle finger. Don't say that.
Why? You know why, Diana? Every time I try to tell you the truth, you walk away from me telling you the truth.
That's what you did.
You never call me up and say, Marion, thanks for trying to help me out.
Yeah. So
Thank you for telling me the truth. You never say, Marion, thank you. I care about you.
Yeah.
You're one of my
So all you want is a thank you from Di?
Diana, honestly, you know I've been through a lot, and I know you've been through a lot.
Good. Name more people who've been through a lot.
What?
Name more people who've been through a lot. I know that you've been through a lot. I know the Malaysian Airlines family's been through a lot.
That what I'm trying to say to Diana is that every time I try to tell her something
Yeah.
for her own good, she completely turns around and hangs the phone up on me.
It's not about you.
Because I am right.
All right,
Right, we know that. You're a
telling her that
savior.
it's so tough.
Hold on, Mary Magdalene. Opie has a question.
Yeah, can I ask Marion and Lady Di a very simple question?
I'm not insulting.
Go ahead.
Or not.
Good luck.
Or not.
Oh, is she
Why
a
do I-
bulldozer?
Why do I continue to try?
Go ahead, Marion.
Why does
Marion.
Lady Di drink? Lady Di, why do you drink? Marion, why do you think Lady Di drinks?
I started a long time ago, and I don't even know why I drink anymore.
But why did you start? Was it something that happened to you growing up? Was it the
No, I
the
used
80s?
to. I used to go to the bars and drink soda.
Yeah, boogies
And
and
then all of a sudden, I started drinking screwdrivers. That's what happened.
Wow, from fucking a Sprite to a screwdriver?
Nice.
Yeah.
You went off the cliff.
No, Diet Pepsi to a screwdriver.
Okay, good.
Why?
I don't know why.
Anything in your past that you could maybe point to?
Well, you know, I had boyfriends and then I lose them and everything like that. So I just said, screw
Where'd they
it.
go? Right.
You know, fuck it. That's all I said.
So maybe someone broke your heart and that's what set you down this road?
Maybe. That could have. Yeah, that could have been it.
That happened to me too.
Oh, I forgot. We haven't talked about you in 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's good. It's good that you're.
It happens. It happens to a lot of people. Let's put it that way. And then they turn to drinking. Some people, like I did.
I'm straightened out, and I want you to try to straighten out.
Okay, I will.
No, you won't.
Yeah, you will.
Sam's laughing hysterically.
Why are you crying? Why?
I'm not crying. Who? Me? Who's crying?
No.
Picture two?
Who's crying?
Picture two?
You know what's going to happen?
Took it off. I couldn't.
Oh.
What happened?
It's just,
no,
You know
nothing?
what exactly is
Things
going to
like
happen to her?
What?
When I move away, eventually in a couple years, when I plan on move out of Jersey,
Where you going?
Where you going? Where you going?
Where you going?
I'm gonna move to Florida actually in about 5 or 6 years. When I can retire from my job.
You never told me that. Hey, hold it.
Hold it. Go ahead, Di. Get her.
Hold it. You never told me you're moving to Florida. I don't remember you telling me that.
Because I'm going to retire in 5 years. I'm not going to.
All right, I understand you're going to retire. All right, but you didn't tell me you were moving out of Elizabeth.
I am not staying in the state of New Jersey when I retire at 55.
Okay. Well, I'm very happy for you, okay?
And I want to move out of state.
You never told me that.
Go ahead, you narcissist. More about you. Your friend is using adult diapers, and you're talking about your fucking trip to Tampa.
6 or 7 years.
In 5 years. It's not even anything important to today.
That's my schedule.
Travis, do we have that
She's
clip?
on a schedule.
This is her naming all the ages, which made me so happy. Hold on, Di. This was a good. Oh, of course.
Hold on.
Play the clip. Play it. Go ahead.
Diana just wants.
Go ahead. Play it. I don't know. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You know what? You're 52 years old. You're not a freaking 90-year-old, 80-year-old, 75-year-old woman.
No shit.
You're talking to a
Oh my
recording.
God, she's talking to the recording.
I'm sorry.
She's answering the recording.
I'm sorry about that. I didn't know that. All right. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
You got the memory of a goldfish.
Exactly.
I did not know that.
Oh, God.
You gotta do something with her, guys. You really actually got to get her.
We're
telling her.
trying. At least we tried.
Uh-huh.
Get that doctor that comes
Gotta go
in
to
with
rehab.
his name.
Kevorkian.
Medicine guy.
Dr. Steve.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's Joan Embry from The Tonight Show. She comes in.
Get him to come in and examine
Dr. Moreau. He made her.
She's half beast, half beast.
Is Dr. Steve single?
Hold on, into the mic. Ask you a quick question.
Is Dr. Steve single?
Hold on a second. Marion's telling us how many miles she's going to use to fly to Tampa. Go ahead, Marion. Go ahead. More about you.
In 6 years.
What?
Got nothing.
Get a psychiatrist to come in.
Oh, you do this.
Who is it? Private. I don't know who that is. Let me see.
All right, Marion, we'll let you go. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Bye-bye.
I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Yeah,
Maris.
bye.
Talk to you later, I'm sure.
All right.
Bye.
All right.
Oh, God, that's hilarious.
Okay. Now, Di,
Yeah.
she was beginning to annoy you, right?
Well,
Stop scrolling through your phone. We're on the radio. Love.
She always tries to straighten me out, but
Yeah.
sometimes it could be annoying. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know.
You
Yeah.
literally have a dripping booger out of your nose.
I know I do. You stop it.
I'm trying to help you.
All right, good.
You answer your phone.
It says Marion. Is it Marion?
No, it's not.
It says
know?
Marion.
It's not Marion
How do you know?
because that's not her phone number.
Oh.
What?
Huh. That's not her number. She's at work anyway.
Maybe she's on a payphone.
Exactly.
No, she's not on a payphone.
Maybe she used someone else's cell
Yeah.
phone.
Maybe it's the travel agent from Florida.
Right.
She's using his.
That she's
5
going
years
to
from
use
now.
in 6-5. Yeah.
Marion
6
talks
years
a lot
from
about herself, doesn't she?
She never told me that she's going to Florida.
But she just kind of steamrolls you when she
What kind of
talks to you,
friend
doesn't
is
she?
that?
You just hang up on her because you're fed up.
No. I hang up on her because I'm watching television. I don't feel like talking.
Yeah.
And
She'll babble, right?
that's just about well, she'll babble too sometimes.
Tell
No,
her
but
you're
she
always
means well.
talking?
No, what I'm trying to say is she means
3
well.
times.
Yeah,
Okay,
she just calls up
means
blah,
well.
blah, blah, with her dumb voice.
God, right?
No, but she means well.
Her lisp.
Okay. Opie,
What?
you got a nice belly over there.
Ooh, yes, he does.
Thank you. I'm glad.
But you like to give it like little rabbit kisses, right? I know I would.
Nah, he's,
Maybe
a,
me and you
he's
could.
a married man.
We could
I
each
can't
start
do
on
that.
a hip and then meet in the middle and kiss.
I can't do that. He's married.
Oh, God.
He's a married man. I can't.
What,
do
I
that.
have no say in this?
No.
Oh, I see. Like, Jesus, Sam. Why don't we go home?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Wednesday's
continue
podcast
this.
day, the Opie and Anthony podcast. The latest one is out. Go to iTunes if you can to get it. So we have some nice bragging numbers. If not, just get the podcast. But this week, it's the Belle Knox interview we did, the Duke University student that says she went into porno to pay for her tuition, and then Lady Di pumps up the interview halfway through.
Yeah.
It's a great listen.
You're a delight. Yes, you did.
Especially if you didn't hear it yesterday. We decided it's timely, so we should get that out there immediately. And the one before that was the Snooping Kids, which I'm getting great reviews on. From the people.
A lot of people were digging that one.
Hey, Anthony, I like your shirt. Thank
you.
All right.
You're welcome.
Also, I guess that's it, really.
I'll be in Tampa. No, Tampa. I'm thinking of stupid fat
What?
Marion. I'll be in Virginia Beach.
She's not that fat anymore.
Oh, my. Can you hold on?
God.
I'll be in Virginia Beach tomorrow, Saturday, and Friday. So if you want to come see me, feel free.
Right.
I have no high hopes.
And Lady Di, you did well today. You look
Thank you very
healthier,
much.
so.
Yeah.
Your hair has a lot of luster.
Let me tell you something.
body.
I got it all out of me yesterday.
Lustry.
You sure did.
All out of. No, I'm talking about the runs.
Yeah.
All out of me most of the day yesterday. That's it. Man.
All right, so I think you'll be
right.
back tomorrow. I don't think we messed up too much.
Hopefully.
This place shouldn't have a problem with you.
Go
so.
right home after this. Don't
I would
stop at
assume-
that shitty place and drink.
Yeah, I would
Taking your
assume you'll
I
be back.
don't think I will. I doubt it.
But that was really
I
a
doubt it.
change of. That was a change of conviction. I won't. I don't think I will. Maybe.
Let me tell you something.
I will be there.
Wait, hold on. This happens to me when I drink tap beer.
Oh, that's the tap beer.
Another
okay.
excuse.
No, that is not an
Tap
excuse.
beer, I hear you.
It's I think it's the truth. Whenever I have tap beer, that's what happens. Just goes right through me.
Oh, that's why you're shitting.
Yeah. No, seriously, it's it's
You
bad.
shit a lot at home, don't you?
Huh?
The quality's too good. That's why, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, believe me,
Lots of
when
tap
I'm at
beer.
home, I feel it coming.
You
I
puke
go
right in that sink, don't you, at home?
Not in. No, I never puked in that sink.
In the bathroom sink at home, yes, you have.
No, I did not.
Where do you puke at home?
Kitchen sink?
I haven't puked at home yet.
You're lying.
Come on.
I'm not lying.
Everyone has puked at home.
Where at home do you puke?
Keep talking like that. I'm gonna puke again.
Tell us where you.
Talking?
Yeah.
No.
Saying it all
You
day.
live through a little chap, dear.
Hey, we should get Mike Baker on to talk about this. He's on
that's
Fox
a
News.
good angle.
Now we got an angle rolling.
He won't have any idea.
Tell him to call the show
does he
tomorrow.
know?
What does he know?
All right.
Exactly.
CIA.
Yeah.
I don't know. Someone's got to figure this shit out.
Tracking.
I almost know how to fly a plane thanks to CNN.
Yeah,
and
they're
flight simulator.
showing you that flight simulator.
I didn't realize how
They never
easy
found
it was.
that airplane, did they?
What airplane is that?
Huh?
Your phone's ringing.
Malaysia.
Just answer it.
It's just nonsense.
Who is it?
Hello?
Who's that?
Who is it? Who is it?
Hung up.
Who was
Private
it?
number. Every time I come in here, it's a private number. Private number.
That's probably Bill trying to call you and bitch at you.
Maybe.
That's
No,
saving
it's not
money.
Bill. It's
that
not Bill.
cheapskate.
Bill has
Keep you out of
Yeah.
fucking TGI Fridays.
Yeah, let's go
Or
home.
as you say, TGIF
Okay.
Fridays.
Thank you, Lady Di.
All right, Lady Di. Have a good evening.
You're welcome. You too.
See you tomorrow.
Okay.
The Opie and Anthony Show is drawn to a close. Stay tuned to reflect, relive, and get the story behind the story of the finest moments of today's show. Sam Roberts' Opie and Anthony post show begins in moments.